Wydoe Podcast, episode 27, UFC 280 prediction show. Let's go.
Wide.
I think so.
I
That's what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Oh, and I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if I finally found a freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if
Thank you, Wydoe.
if I finally found a freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak, baby. And just like that, baby, we are officially live on the official Wydoe Podcast with your boy, Wydoe. And it's a pleasure. I appreciate anybody that's tuning in live that will watch moving forward. Today's a great show, okay? Tonight is the eve of UFC 280, a stacked card, one of the biggest, probably the biggest card of the year, okay? Biggest fight card of the year of the UFC. So without further ado, man, today is the prediction show, special preview show. Got some few special guests tuning in, but my co-host today is none other than Hector Capo Capping himself, the big dog, the Stat Lab CEO. Welcome to the Wydoe Podcast. How we doing, Heck?
What's going on, man? Another day, another dollar, man. Let's get it.
As he says, scared money don't make no money. We're here to make it.
Let's get it, man. I'm excited for this.
Big fight card, dog. Would you agree this is probably the biggest fight card of the year?
Bro, I had this shit penciled in for months, man. Fuck, I can't wait for this shit to happen. I can't believe it's tomorrow. And it's also an early start, man.
Yes.
Early fucking start, man. Wake up and get ready to watch some goddamn violence, man. Gotta love it.
Abu Dhabi, live and early. Olivera, Islam Makhachev for the lightweight title. Now, Olivera, even though he won the last fight against Gaethje, he was stripped of that title. So this is his reclaiming of the title. He did make weight today, so it's on for the gold. This is a big fight card. But we'll start at the bottom now, Heck. We're going to give a couple predictions out. We're going to maybe get JB in here. Coach JB, he doesn't know too much about UFC, but I know he'll pop in, okay? We're going to set our record straight, see what Wydoe does, see what Capo does, and we'll see how JB goes. So I'm excited, dog. Huge fight. Return of Sean Brady. I can't wait for that one. But let's go ahead and break it down, brother. You want to go to the prelims?
Yes, sir. So I want to talk about 3 fights on the prelim. The first one is Volkan Ozdemir against Nikita Krylov, man. So Nikita Krylov is currently a minus 176 favorite. Krylov has a half of an inch reach advantage there. Oh, wait, no, I read that wrong. My source has it at 1 inch. ESPN has it at 2.5. So that's interesting. Krylov, man, 27 of 28 professional wins have come by finish. 7 of 9 of his losses have been by finish, man. So is someone going to fucking sleep in this fight? 6 of those 9 losses were by submission, but Volkan only has 1 submission win on his resume, which was outside of the UFC. So Krylov has an 88.89 finish by win percentage, man. So this Krylov by TKO at plus 420 is definitely very interesting. I also do see a lot of value on the fight to end by finish at plus 120.
And I mean, speaking on that, brother, I mean, we can just go right here and see Volkan, even though he's pretty good, he's got a lot of TKO losses recently. Okay. So, I mean, he's a nice fighter, but his chin is a little testy, in my opinion.
Yup. 2 losses by TKO. Last knockout was against Jiri in 2020. But I do think someone's going to sleep here, man. So I was really surprised to see Krylov by TKO at plus 420, man.
I mean, so This is a comeback fight for Volkan, I believe. I don't like him at all, to be honest, but he's the underdog. I wanted to stay away from the prelims, to be honest. Capo wanted these bets here, so I'll roll with Volkan just because I really like his tattoos. Okay, I really like his tattoo, but hey, fuck it. We'll go with Volkan.
Dude, I mean, if you like Volkan, man, the fight, him by TKO is at plus 270. And the fight to end by TKO as a whole is at plus 120, man. So it's a great fight to kind of start the party off, man, and hopefully someone gets put to fucking bed.
Moving right along, bro, on another prelim fight. Makhman Muradov and your boy. What you want on this?
Yeah, Chow Barella, man, they're disrespecting him there with no fucking picture, man. This guy is new on the scene, man. He's been making me money, man. He's 2-0 in his last 2 fights in the UFC. But what's interesting about this fight is that Chow Barella is a minus 220 favorite against Muradov. Muradov is 6'2" compared to Chow, who's at 5'10", but both of these guys have a 75-inch reach advantage. Muradov's been finished 4 times by submission. Chow, I do like Chow by decision or submission. I'm sorry, Chow by submission or points at minus 145. I think the over 2.5 is interesting, man. So man, you know how these Brazilians fucking rock, man. They like to take things to the ground, and they're good on the ground too, man. And with this guy having 4 inches on Chow, I'm expecting him to definitely try to take this to the ground. And I see a lot more value on this fight going the distance as opposed to Chow's money line at minus 220.
Ooh, I like it there. I mean, I'm staying away from this fight, brother, just because I don't know enough. I like the whole main card, but I just don't know enough of these prelims, brother. But it should be a great fight. One guy's 12-1, the other guy's a certified vet. So I'm staying away, Capo, but I like where you're going. But this next fight, I do like a lot. Can we talk a little bit about Sean Brady, 15-0 out of Philly? Who you like?
Of course, man. I like to hear your thoughts on this fight.
I like Belal Muhammad. He's really nice. You know, I wanted to see him fight more in the Leon Edwards fight. That was the fight where he had the eye poke 18 seconds in, kind of ended the fight. It's disqualification or whatever, doctor stoppage. But that was going to be the test for me to see him. Same with Sean Brady. Haven't really seen too much. He's got wins over Micah Chiesa. He's a big time grappler. But my thing on this one, dog, is neither guy has any finish inside round 1. So I want to see some hands. I want to see some strikes. I think both guys like to grapple. Both guys like to take it a little bit slow, feel each other out. But we haven't seen Sean Brady in a while. So I like Sean Brady in this fight. 15-0 coming out of Philly. Let me see something, big dog. Okay, the tats look good, but what are you going to do here? Who you like?
Yeah, man. Sean Brady is a very popular guy in the UFC community now, man. Straight from Philly. He's a dog, man. But bro, the one thing that pisses me off about this fight is that this fight to finish by decision is at minus 320, man. Because it's a Belal Muhammad fight. Belal, remember the decision, man. That's what they call him now.
Exactly. Remember the name, but in reality, it's remember the decision. At the end of the day, like I said, neither guy has a win inside the UFC inside 1 round. So
Belal's last win by submission was in 2019, and then Belal's last TKO win was back in 2016. So looking at the numbers in this fight, Belal has a slight advantage in significant strikes landed per minute, 4.31 to Brady's 3.91. Belal also has a great takedown defense, man. 91.67% takedown defense. If you like Belal, man, the plus 165 for his points is definitely some good value. But he is a dog here, so you can't really lose either way. And then Brady, the Brady money line he is the favorite here at minus 148. But for him to win by points is at plus 165. 2 of his last 5 wins in the UFC have been by submission. the TKO wins have been outside of the UFC. But the odds, man, the odds like this fight to go to decision. So I'd rather take the shot on Brady by points at plus 165 or Bilal Muhammad at plus 120.
And like I said, I kind of like Sean Brady coming off wins on Michael Chiesa, and Jake Matthews, another up and comer. But let me just check out Belal's last couple fights. Okay, he's got that win over Vincent. I remember that one. Vicente, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God, bro.
He got the one over Stephen Thompson.
I could not believe that fight.
So he's on a goddamn nice win streak here. Lost against Jeff Neal. That's the last one. This is the no decision, no contest with Leon Edwards, the eye poke. But as you see, decision, slow pace. Good Lord. Okay, so as a fan, please, we would like to see something exciting. And I hope, and I truly think that Sean Brady's going to bring the excitement. This is this big-time pay-per-view. Okay, he's on nice prelims, but he's pretty much the main event of the prelims, in my opinion, Sean Brady. So I see Sean Brady coming in to kill, throwing some bombs. I want to see a round 2 knockout. Give me Sean Brady.
Nice. Looks like Jeremiah's tuning in, man. What's going on, Jeremiah?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Sean, Q Money Sniper, I see y'all boys. I appreciate anybody tuning in live. Sometimes it's hard for me to flip back and forth. Like I said, we're on the Slap Dick Whiskey tonight. Go get you some. It is certified smooth. Yes, sir. But anyway, appreciate anybody in the chat. If I can improve, if we need to do anything, let us know. I will make the changes. It's your boy Wydoe. It's Big Boss Capo in the building with the bets, with the statistics. We moving right along, big dog.
Let's get it.
Now, I'm not too big on the prelims, but I do want to talk about this main card, okay? Can we get to the nice main card? Because, I mean, there's some fights here that can go either way, up, down, left, right. Okay, we got the first main event card is a female fight. We'll stay away from that one. Praise God. Shout out to both sides, okay? We want to see a good one, clean one. We'll start it off. Beneil Dariush return.
The one thing I do want to just say on that women's fight. So I feel the same way, man. I kind of usually tend to stay away from female fights. But I am eyeing up Manon Ferriot.
Another thing, brother. I didn't want to go ahead and give an attempt to say somebody's name, but we can just take a quick pause, okay? If we can take a quick pause on these bets, because there's only one certified boss here, okay? There's only one, and we got to bring him in one time for the one time. Don't know how much time we got with him, but I appreciate him taking time out of his nice day, Pacific time. Cali legend, the only, the real Coach JB. How we feeling?
What up? Chilling, dog. What's up with the nice little background and shit you guys got cracking?
Coach, we trying to learn from you now.
Hey, I hear that, man.
Coach, what's going on with that Boost Mobile connection, dog?
Is it fucked up?
For the first time in history, are you claiming JB Boost Mobile?
Hey, am I fucked up for real?
Nah, you crispy clear, JB.
Yeah, Hector over there bullshit, huh? Hey, what up? What are you guys doing, man? I need to know some shit about this bet. I don't know shit about UFC. What's cracking with it?
And we know that, Coach. So that's why we're glad you're in here. Heck, we might have a little echo on your side.
Yeah, oh, you know what it is? Hold on. I know what it is. Hold on. I got this fucking
Maybe it's JB.
It is. It's me. It's my sound bar. Hold up.
See, when you JB status, you got sound bars.
Now what?
Crispy clean, big dog.
Yeah, there we go.
I got a little outdoor, a little feng shui with the surround sound. I had to shut it off, dog. I didn't want to flex on you.
Hey, man, we're trying. We'll get there one day, JB.
Nah, shit. I'm still trying to be like you.
So we got a huge fight card, JB. A lot of big games, a lot of football games. We know a lot of shit's going on, but tomorrow, and it's early, JB. It's an early fight card. They're out there in Abu Dhabi. This is a major, major fight card. So I'm only focused on the main event, so maybe we can give you 5 fights that you might want to bet on. Capo, you agree with me there?
Yeah, let's rock, man.
Now, what time does it actually start? Main event starts what? 10 a.m.? 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. start. Let's go right ahead. Beneil Dariush. Matter of fact, since JB's in here, JB, how much time you got with us? If you only got a few minutes with us, man, we're going to go straight to the top to the bottom.
Now go
Big
ahead.
dog
I'm chilling. I'm watching the Celtics beat that Miami Heat ass.
We can talk about that too, Coach. Miami's one of them teams. Got to give us some time, okay? We always come around here at the end.
Well, the Lakers ain't that team. They're shitty now. They're gonna be shitty later.
First of all, Coach, what do you think about Russell Westbrook going 0 for 11? The media guy asked him, "How was your game?" And he said, "I think it was great. You know, gave it all a great effort. It's all you can ask for."
Did he say that for real?
Swear to God, he said, "I gave it a great effort. That's all you can ask for." Like, you're talking about yourself, dog. What are we doing?
I don't know. I think he's damaged goods, dog. I think it's a bad situation. He's trying to either sabotage himself, the team, or he wants out so bad. LA's just too much pressure for him. He's from here, dog. I think it became too much for him. I think he realizes it now. He's trying to get out of there.
Yeah, it must be something, because I just couldn't believe 0 for 11. I would have said, you know what? I played terrible, but I'm glad I played terrible right now because I have a lot to get better from, and we're moving forward from here. That man said,
Hey,
gave it all I could.
So I'm not gonna say I said so, but I said, why Darvin Ham? Why is Darvin Ham so much the guy? I'm not buying it. I didn't believe it was the guy. I don't think it's the guy now. I think it's the guy they knew they could control, and I think he's a fanboy myself. I don't think he's the guy at all. I think he came out and talking about Russell ain't gonna do this and that under my watch. And we know he can't shoot threes, basically what he said. I'm ad-libbing. And the motherfucker was 0 for 9 from three-point land last night. How you letting this dude shoot 9 3-pointers? You know damn well he's the worst three-point shooter in the NBA. Like, It don't make no sense. That's like Pat Beverly just running the team and taking every shot. Like, I don't understand how this cat Westbrook shot that many threes. Like, I thought you were the guy, fucking Ham. Man, this Laker organization's fucked up right now, dog. They got some work to do, dog. They just signed Pelinka for what? I have no idea for what. For an extension. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for me to watch his Laker games. It's fucking bad.
Well, I can assure you this, Coach. We don't got to see good basketball for a while, but tomorrow we will see great fights. So, Capo, man, let's go ahead and teach JB a little something. Maybe give him some money picks. This is a girl fight, JB. Me and you might go off just looks here, okay? We got an American. I believe she's French over there. Capo, who you like here?
I got to go with the chick on the right, man. I'm horrible with pronouncing names, but Ferriute, man, I do like her round 3 or by decision, man. Chikagan, she's been knocked out twice in her career, and one was against Andrade in round 1. The second one was against Valentina in round 3. So if she could hang with Valentina, man,
right?
I do like Ferriute round 3 or by decision at -145.
To be honest, I mean, I like Amanda Nunes a lot, but Valentina's probably the best women's fighter just because of her pace. How, she's lost to Nunes twice, but I mean, god damn, she has no flaws in her game since that last Nunes fight. That says a lot. She hung with her.
That last Valentina fight was fire against I forget that Brazilian chick.
So now since we got
calls,
go ahead, Coach.
You taking calls on this shit?
I'll take calls. You know me. You never know. We'll put it in here towards the end.
No, I see you got an 800 number on there.
Oh, no. So the number that I got right here, that's a 988 number. That's a mental health awareness number, Coach. I know you do a little bit on the mental health, right? But basically, for anybody that's watching, 988 is the mental health suicide prevention number. If you call into that, someone will pick up, talk to you. Doesn't even have to be that drastic.
I got you.
Oh, no worries, Coach. One day I'll be having a, what is it? The goddamn 5-hour energy phone line. One day, Coach.
Hell yeah, I already know.
So now, Coach, I want to show you this since we got you here. We got a nice fight. This is a huge fight. We'll skip the Darnouche real quick. Just for looks right here, Coach. You might not know who Sugar Sean O'Malley is, but this guy right here is an official badass, okay? Snoop Dogg, West Coast said, I'll go to any alley with O'Malley. And he's taking his biggest opponent of his life in Petr Yan. Capo, who you like? First of all, Coach, who you like? Pink hair or the short Russian guy?
I can't fuck with no pink hair cat, dog.
Oh, Coach, he's a gangster.
Hey, let me ask something. He's the biggest opponent at 5'6", 130?
He's his toughest opponent, I'll say. Like Sean O'Malley is very tall for that weight class. That's 135. He's very tall, lanky guy for that weight class.
Oh yeah, I'm rocking with the Russian over here on the left.
Oh, of course, man. You gotta rock with the fighters that live in the fucking mountains, man.
Wow.
Yeah. He care, motherfucker, dog. I guess he's good and all. I heard that name, but I can't fuck with him.
Sean O'Malley, he's a slick guy. He's a slick guy, coach. He's got knockout power. He's had one loss. You can debate his foot got hurt or whatever, but he's slick. And that's the guy you probably heard him from Snoop saying, O'Malley. I'll go to any alley with O'Malley. So I'm sorry, y'all boys. I got to go with Sugar Sean. I'm a big fan of Petr Yan, big time. He's a nice boxer, one of the best boxers in that whole division. But I just feel Sean O'Malley is so technical, so unique, so diverse, and he has the stance. He has the distance. But I love Petr Yan. So if he comes and whoops Sean O'Malley's ass, I won't be mad either way. But I'm picking Sean O'Malley. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. So this is a huge step up in competition for Sugar Sean, man. Jan's never been finished. And Jan's last 5 opponents, man, Sterling, Sanhagen, Sterling, Aldo, Uriah Faber. The only thing I don't like about Yan here is the height advantage, man. But looking into Sugar Sean's opponents that he's faced in the UFC, has anyone really tested him on the ground? So I do like Petr Yan by points at plus 115, man. I think that's great value.
Damn it, brother. See, and I Capo is a real goddamn better coach. I can't get in depth with rounds and how. I'm just gonna go who's gonna win and who's not. I'm a parlay type of guy. Maybe get 5 to 6. Capo's in depth here, but I respect it and I love it.
Yeah, I can't fuck with the pink hair cat, so I'm going with the Russian.
No way, coach. So that's it right there. Just off the looks, you can't do it. So you never, and Cali, tell me, coach, in Cali, there's never been a guy that was the tough-ass motherfucker, but he just had a little different style, a little different swag. I mean, there's got to be.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. There we go. I lost you. Oh, yeah. Most gangsters wear, white T-shirts, sit in the front row, wear glasses. No, don't ever know what he was. And he's killing dudes at night. I get that. But we didn't wear no fucking – real G's don't wear titty and tongue rings, dog. I can't fuck with no pink hair. We didn't wear pink hair. I know that.
So it's just a little extreme for you there, coach. I mean, like I said, he is a nice striker. He is a certified killer. But he does have pink hair and a bunch of colorful tattoos. So shout out to O'Malley. He's just not making the West Coast legend JB's list. I mean, it is what it is here.
Kudos to each his own, man. But that ain't for me.
Moving right along. So this might be a big fight, coach. I don't know. You might have even heard his name. TJ Dillashaw has been a bantamweight champion multiple times in this division. He's making a comeback fight. Last time, this is his, second time getting suspended over PEDs. God damn, you can tell by how chiseled he is. Aljamain Sterling, the black guy on the left, he beat Petr Yan, the Russian guy we just saw, who's fighting the pink-haired guy. He beat him twice. The first time, Petr Yan was whooping his ass and kneed him while he was down, got disqualified. That's how Aljamain won that belt. They ran it back, and Aljamain definitively beat Petr Yan without no question. So now it's like, okay, Aljamain's the real champ, and now he's getting TJ Dillashaw. Off just looks here, coach. I don't know if you know either of them. Who you like? Champion on the left, Aljamain to retain the belt, or do you want TJ Dillashaw to come back and claim his division?
Who's the one on roids?
One on the right.
Yeah, I figured that. Always got to be a white dude. Man. I'm going to rock with the white dude on this one. I just think the steroids have got out of his system. He's probably figured out how to manage them now, and he's going to have something that the cat on the left just ain't ready for. I think the cat on the right, I'm just rocking with character right now. He looks like a bad character for fighting. I wouldn't recruit him. I'd recruit the brother, but in fighting, I'm going to have to go with the bad character.
Hey, I like that. And he's a certified G. He can beat you on the ground. He's slick with his movements. He's got nice hands. But Sterling is coming up, man. And what do you think, Capo? Besides that knockout of Sterling when he got, when I don't even know who it was. Somebody slept him with a nasty knee. Might have even been Sanhagen. No, he choked out Sanhagen, but let me just pull that up. So who do you like in this fight, Capo?
Very interesting fight, man. I kind of keep going back and forth. I never kind of been a big fan of Sterling, but it's kind of hard to ignore his last 5 fight resume, man. He's beat Yan back-to-back fights. You know that one, the disqualification fight was a little bit suspect, but he did beat him on the next fight. He beat Sanhagen, Pedro Munoz, and Jimmy Rivera. And then the Dillashaw side, man, is he washed? I feel like that question needs to be answered in this fight. His fight against Sanhagen was a little suspect. I feel like you could have easily made an argument for Sanhagen there, man. And he also had a decent layoff, man. Dillashaw hasn't fought in 450 days. But on the bright side of Dillashaw, he has great takedown defense. His takedown defense is at 86%. So that's a great number. So is that same game plan that Sterling did against Yan, is that going to work in this fight? I don't have a play for this fight, man, but it's a very, very interesting fight.
It's got to be. I mean, like you said, TJ Dillashaw coming off of what? He won against Sanhagen, kind of suspect win there, but that loss against Cejudo was kind of crazy to me, Coach. So, Coach, the white guy, steroid boy, he's a natural 135er. And as you see here, he won the belt after he lost to Dominic Cruz. He won it back against Cody Garbrandt. 2 knockout wins. That was kind of a heated debate, heated rivalry. Knocked his ass out, but Cody just kind of risked it off. From Ohio, you know how the Ohio boys go. But then he took a trip down, Coach. He's a 135er. As we all know, UFC fighters, most fighters, they weight cut to go down. So their natural weight is higher. They weight cut down. So he's already weight cutting. You see how chiseled he is. He went down to 125, the flyweight weight class. And to me, that was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he lost that fight, Coach. Knocked the fuck out first round. So,
damn, I got legs way more than that.
Right. And that's why he said he had to get on the PEDs to kind of make the weight back or whatever to help him. But, I mean, I didn't like that move down, Capo.
Yeah, that's an interesting fight, man. I don't have a play there. But I see a lot of people on Dillashaw, man. It's a very popular underdog play.
I mean, you can't go wrong with him. He's always a fighter. He switched fight camps. That was a while ago, but ever since that, man, he's on a tear. And now, without further ado, man, this is the big fight, Coach. This is the fight, Coach. This is the main event of the entire card. This is the lightweight championship fight between Charles do Bronx Olivera and Khabib's young man, Islam Makhachev from Russia. 1 loss in the UFC against Khabib? Charles Olivera. That's not Khabib, but that's his young protege. I believe they might even be cousins.
Okay.
But he fights just like him. He's from Dagestan just like him. He's a wrestling fiend. He's a judo extraordinaire. He takes everybody down, slams them. He's got a little bit more hands, I guess, than Khabib, but maybe a little bit less mauling dominant. But Charles Olivera, Coach, has the most finishes in the UFC history with 19 and the most submissions with 16. So this is a certified black belt jiu-jitsu fucking Spider-Man, wrap you up, choke you out type man. Off looks, who you like? Brazilian's phenom on the left, retaining his lightweight belt? Or do you like the Russian Khabib protege finally win? And think about this, Coach. I'll just let you know. Charles Olivera has fought everybody of everybody. His last 3 fights have been title fights. He's beaten guys like Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson. Islam Makhachev, his only downfall is people do not want to fight him. So his biggest fights are Dan Hooker and Bobby Green. To me, that weighs in a lot here. Even though no one's really wanted to fight him, same kind of thing. I don't know if you agree, Capo, with Hamzat. Everyone was scared of him. When we saw him fight Gilbert Burns, reality set in. It's a different level here, boy. So I feel this isn't going to be the ragdoll show, which is always what we see with Islam. This is a huge fight, Coach. But I'll give it to you first. You like the Brazilian to get his belt back, or you like this Russian guy to fucking do it for Khabib?
Well, all the names you named, I don't know. Not one of them motherfucking names.
That was more so for the viewers and shit. Absolutely. But just he beat big time schools and he's beat a couple JUCOs.
I love how you eloquently put that. I'm gonna roll with the dude with the belt over his shoulder.
And coach, he's the fucking underdog.
Really?
And it's been like the third time he's been the underdog as the champ. So he's pissed off, coach. In that they had a weigh-in today. Thursday they weigh in for real. Friday's the ceremonial weigh-in. And he came in there and he came off that stage saying, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. And I felt Charles Olivera there, Capo. So I think that he's got the serious chip on. This is like Alabama winning, coach, getting their title stripped because they didn't make enough weight. And then they're coming back to run it back. And you're still putting us against the fucking underdog over the team that's only played JUCO guys.
Yeah, but dudes that say I'm going to kill him usually get their ass whooped. So I'm going to go with the Russian now that you told me that.
God damn. He said it in Brazilian, so maybe it's a different, it's a Portuguese.
I like Brazilian broads, but damn. Usually he's the motherfucker that get knocked out first fucking 5 seconds of the fight. The one that talks the most. I don't know, man. That's got me scared now.
Olivera's got 31. This is his 31st UFC fight. Islam, this is his 13th UFC fight. And Olivera, coach, is probably the only vet that's in his prime right now.
It shows that he has 41 fights, no?
That's outside of the UFC. UFC is a different level of all other organizations. So this is his 31st UFC fight. He's lost a lot in the beginning, but and he's on a major fight win streak right now.
I'm going to roll with him then.
I'll show you Islam's last couple fights. Like I said, we got Bobby Green here. Pretty nice. That was a kind of a late step in. Dan Hooker, both in the first round. And if you lose at him in the first round, you weren't ready for him anyway. That's how I'm looking at it. We know who Islam is. He's coming in to grab your ass, take you down, and put you out. Let's look at Charles Olivera, coach. This is the Alabama of the lightweight division at this point. He's got wins over 3 title defenses, even though they took it away. But these are all top-tier guys. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler, Ferguson, Kevin Lee. The Paul Felder fight was his last loss. And I believe after that, which is 2017, I believe after that he had his daughter, and he has not lost since then. And a lot of people credit that. Like he has a different kind of chip on his shoulder. So I just had to show that to you guys.
I'm going to roll with the Brazilian.
Capo, who do you like here? Me and Coach are sticking with the Brazilians, okay? I'm a big Conor fan. I should get my shirt out. I'm a huge Conor fan, but I'm rolling with the Brazilians here.
So Coach, let me just fill you in real quick on a little bit about these fucking Russians that are starting to take over the UFC, man. A lot of fighters are ducking them. Yes. They're taking over every fucking division. Every division has a Russian fucking dog. The thing is, though, who is going to step up and drop their nuts on these Russian fucks and fucking stop all their momentum on every fucking division? And it's going to be Charles Olivera, man. You saw that he has 33 wins, Coach. Out of those 33 wins, 30 have been by finish. So he finishes fucking people in that fucking ring, man. He is a dog, and he is going to light this fucker up tomorrow. I'm all biased on this fight. No stats here. Charles Olivera, that's my fucking guy. I've been riding with him the past 5 fights, and he's been making me a ton of money. So I can't hop off the Charles Olivera train, especially with this high of a caliber fight, man. I can't hop off the train here. I'm rocking with my boy Charles Olivera.
And just to let you know, Coach, how much of a gangster this guy is. This man, Charles Olivera, is fucking almost legally blind. He really cannot see. And you can't wear contacts when you fight. So he goes in there knowing he can't see. And he says, you know what, at first there's 3 of them, and I'm just aiming for the one in the middle. And he's still whooping ass, Coach.
What is he, fucking Rocky?
He's a
Coach, he's a fucking beast, man. If you look at his past 3 fights, he goes straight to the middle and fucking fights you right off the rip.
Yep.
Off the rip, he meets you in the middle and fucking throws hands. Yep. And he wants to throw hands, and then he is deadly on the ground, man. This is going to be a banger fight. Everyone's scared of these Russians, man.
And literally,
let's
coach,
fucking go.
and I'll say this because I feel, we credit everything to football. We got a legit football legend here. So I credit things to getting smacked in the fucking mouth. Shout out to Pat. Olivera, in each of those 3 big fights, coach, where he defended his belt, in either round 1 or early in the fight, he was dropped. He got knocked the fuck down, took a shot. He's fighting the top tier of the top tier. Took a shot, went down, faced adversity, came back, still choked him the fuck out. Go to sleep, little boy. We've never seen Islam face adversity except when he got his ass knocked out against a little boy. So in my opinion, coach, in this fire, there's going to be so much hype, so much amplification. One of them's going to get dropped. We've seen what happens when Olivera gets dropped. He's okay. We haven't seen what happens when Islam faces somebody like this.
Yeah, coach, another thing too about Islam Makhachev, man. So if you look at his fight resume, he hasn't really fought anyone, and he's been kind of fighting like tomato cans compared to the fighters that Charles Oliveira has been fighting. And this fucker has been he keeps claiming a title shot after versing all these fucking tomato cans. And Charles Oliveira, he does not give a fuck the rank of the fighter he's facing. He's defended his belt 3 times already in a year and a half. He does not give a fuck about a padded record. This guy is a fucking dog, man. He's different. He will put his belt on the line every single fucking time. He's fought. Look at his record. How many times did he defend that belt in the past a year and a half?
3 in a row.
3 in a row. Was that all in a year?
I don't believe if it is, that's insane. Let me pull it up right now. So 2020. Nope. In 2 years.
2 years defended that belt. Come on, man. He is not scared of anyone.
And that's what matters, right, coach?
Huh?
That's what matters. Consistency, how much you're in there, who you beat. The other guys, hasn't lost since one time, but he's on a super big win streak, the second highest win streak, I think, behind Olivera. But, coach, he's got 3 title defenses. He's had 3 bowl games. The other guy's been playing non-conference, unranked teams. You have been blowing them out. You have been blowing them out by 40, but we haven't seen you play a top-tier team. This is what's going on in this fight.
Who's been the highest-ranked opponent Islam Makhachev has faced?
Dan Hooker.
He's been getting absolutely mauled in the UFC.
Right. So Dan Hooker is who he beat, coach, right? And that Michael Chandler guy that Olivera beat, he slept Dan Hooker 1 punch. So it's all full circle. But here's the thing here, coach. I know you don't watch too much UFC, but I believe in UFC, it's styles that makes fights. And the reason no one wants to fight the Russian guy is because his style is one you don't really want to go up against. He's going to grab you, wrestle you, get you tired. Now, if you're a striker, you can't throw your hands, you can't throw your kicks. If you can't defend him, you're going to get tapped. So that's why he steamrolls the guys, coach. But Olivera is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu fucking phenom. So which means go ahead and grab me. I'm locking you up multiple ways. The only issue is if they do it early, I'm worried because I think Islam has the strength to really hurt him early. But if they can make a fight where they're on their feet, standing, trading, I believe Olivera has better striking. So he'll wear him down. And then if they're a little bit tired, there is no taking Olivera down and not putting yourself at risk to get fucking choked out. Hey. He might choke fuck him, coach.
Hey, I'm just tripping on Blake Griffin plays for the Celtics. That's all I really care about right now. I'm tripping on that.
That blew my mind, coach.
I did not know that. He is fucking horrible. He needs to quit.
I mean, and I think he's got a baby with Lana Rhodes. I mean, that might be breaking news here, but I mean, have you seen the baby, Capo? Lana Rhodes is this white porn star chick that's, pretty much blown up. Shout out to Lana Rhodes. God bless.
Really?
And she has this mystery baby with an NBA player. She even named the teams he was on. A lot of people say it's either KD or goddamn Blake Griffin. We saw the baby, coach. I might even have to send you a video just so you can see on your phone, but it's it's Blake Griffin.
Really?
So shout out to him.
Hey, dog, dark brothers and white girls make light-skinned babies sometimes too, or they could have dark babies, or they could have light babies. I'm just telling you.
Brian Martinez in the chat. What up, Brian? He thinks it's Kevin Durant, man. I hope not. That baby looks just like goddamn Blake Griffin. I ever seen one in my life.
Fucking got fighter jets over my house. What the hell is that about?
Can't believe it, man. Well, hey, man, we here breaking it down. We got Coach JB. We might as well shoot the shit here, Capo. How you feeling on this fine Friday night? Coach JB kicking it back. 3-hour difference here, JB. You don't know. I know. Slap dick in my cup certified. Yes, sir.
Man, are we getting invaded around this motherfucker? There's like 5 fighter jets over my house. I'm nowhere near a base.
You see, Coach, that's why I kept telling you to watch Top Gun. You would have known exactly what fighter jets. You would have known as Tom Cruise, dog. You good.
My brother's a fighter pilot, dog. I know the jets, but
oh, that's right. That's right.
these motherfuckers is moving, and they're high as shit. They're loud as fuck. Did you hear them? They're gone now.
I heard it before.
Man, that's tripping. I'm tripping on that. Talking about all this Russian shit.
Shit, you never know, Coach.
Yes, it is. I thought the Russians weren't allowed to fight or play soccer or do nothing over here right now.
Yeah, I don't know. In the Olympics, they had to go under that special name, right?
Yeah, I thought they couldn't fight. Why are we paying these other motherfuckers if they're allowed to fight over here? I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense to me. But, Coach, let me ask you, since I got you here, are you impressed with my Atlanta Falcons? Capo, I know you're a betting extraordinaire. We're the only team in the league that has covered the spread each and every week. I'm impressed, Coach.
Better knock that shit off. Yeah, man, I like them. They are. I think they're gonna win the South, dog. I think the South is fucked right now. I think the Bucks are in trouble.
If you could just maybe back your phone up a little bit, Coach. You got big ass shoulders here. That's all we're getting. Okay, there you are. There's the legend. I'm gonna light my stick up.
Let me get this out of here. Look, I think you got me now.
Loud and clear, crystal clear.
I hate this technology shit. Let me see.
And Coach, you got a big event coming tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah. Doc, I've been trying to get ready for that shit. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I got the Slapdick Cigar launch tomorrow. Brian Martinez, hopefully he'll be there with 3 or 4 of my fucking books.
You bringing the dogs around, man?
Nah, because I don't know who's going to, it might be a clusterfuck if I bring them.
It's a whole risk. Now, are you going to make, everybody knows, Stogie was once your goddamn, your emotional dog, right? Your personal safety dog certified.
Oh, yeah, they all are. I got them all that way so I can fly.
That's my next question.
Yeah, they are my emotional support. Shit, the motherfucker's more loyal than any female, any dude, any person. Hey, they put on this world only to serve you.
Coach, you're gonna love I don't know if you saw it, but the Jets with the whole Elijah Moore situation, they said they're not trading him, and they sent him down to the practice squad, and they called up Denzel Mims from the practice squad. So they demoted his ass, and they said they're not trading him.
I don't know why they could have kept Calvin Jackson, my kid. I'm pissed off now. And then I got Salah on the laptop this situation. Now I'm starting to have a little fucking feelings about Salah and the way this shit's cracking over there. Calvin Jackson scored 3 touchdowns in the preseason. They cut his ass. See, character counts, dog. You cut a great kid for a shitbird.
The guy that they called up to replace Elijah Moore, he requested a trade like back in August.
But you cut my kid who scores 3 game winners in the preseason. Who's a great kid. Like, fuck.
Shout out to my hometown guy, man, Albert Wilson, a receiver. He went out there to Minnesota. He caught 2 back-to-back touchdowns in a preseason game, and they let him go. Obviously, that's a different kind of receiving core, but why is that, Coach? Is it so much? If you're balling out, you might not fit this scheme. What we're trying to do, is that evident?
Jets got a hell of a crew. I mean, my kid even told me, he's like, Jets got dudes. Like, their wideouts are legit. No, they might be the best, youngest wideout crew in football. They're that good. But you got some shitbirds, obviously. I'm glad they put him down there and won't trade him. He won't practice. He won't he won't fucking do nothing. Like, I don't know. Maybe he has to if they pay him. I don't know what his deal is, but that's the kids we got dealing now, dog. That's the kids that are out there now because these coaches allow it and the parents allow it and they train them that way. And so it's fucking crazy, but that's what it is. Ooh, Zion. I'm glad. I applaud Salah for that, but he fucked my guy on the laptop thing, so he's back to even kill for me. I don't know. Curious to see how this thing unfolds, man. But I got Denver beating the Jets this weekend.
And congrats, Coach, on getting that DV Sport officially certified. You know what I mean? Everybody tune into the Coach JB show. He's got full rights. He's showing real breakdowns, real playbacks. Get some game learning that, Coach. It's a big ball game.
And we're gonna blow this up now. I think there's no sky's the limit on this one now. We'll see how we figure it out. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it.
The move to morning was a great move. The numbers showed it for weeks. Great fucking move.
Yeah, I think we got the same numbers this week that we got doing 2 shows a day for the last few weeks.
This is all knowledge. I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up to good knowledge like that? And some real motherfuckers. Matt McChesney, Coach JB, are you kidding me? I mean, it's only the real here.
Yeah. And then we're going to have Sean Salisbury on it once a week now with Live Moods. We got we're also going to have Chase Sr. on once a week now. We're going to have Zach on Mondays and then Matt every day. So I think we're building something special.
Hell yeah. And also the tweets that you've been posting about like your reactions on the primetime games, they've been getting so much love. And it's so like even like a watch party for one of these games, like what that one guy does. He showed you
Chase Senior.
Yeah, Chase Senior. What he showed you, something like that could also pop too.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm down, but I hate the fucking fact that I can't show the film. I just feel weird. Like I'm just talking and I'm just, Johnny made a fucking touchdown. Like, I don't know. That's my cup of tea. Like, it sounds a little feminine to me. But
and I mean, and just in case anybody doesn't know who the fuck we talking to right now, this is the legit, legendary, real Coach JB. So don't play with yourself.
This bitch victorious. We say who's next. To not let me the fuck down. We say who's next. To light up this motherfucking scoreboard. We say who's next. To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers.
Hey, don't be a fucking.
To light up this motherfucking scoreboard, Coach, man.
Hey, I don't know. So this one. So walk me through this. So I'm doing the show right now. Let's just say I'm doing a live watch party right now. I'm just chilling right here. So the TV's over here where my TV is, right?
Yep.
And I'm sitting here. So I'm sitting here watching this motherfucker like this.
Yep.
All right, Johnny gets the ball. 5, 10, 15, score! Fuck no, I can't do that shit. That sounds finished shit. There's no way.
That's what they're watching.
Coach, I mean, you don't even have to do like a play-by-play. I mean, you can just feed off of what you've been doing. People will love to just watch your reaction. Like, you don't have to do a play-by-play.
What you need to do, Coach, you need to do a red zone reaction. That way you're doing every touchdown.
First off, this fucking wet, runny pussy, if that's what people really want to see.
Coach, it's sad. I'm telling you, they get 4,000, 5,000 people watching, tuning in live. Look at Chase Sr. doing the same thing, just animated. He got a blue screen behind him. Same ordeal.
Man, that blows my mind, dog. Like, I don't get it.
They all like the live reactions. And JB, like, we can only imagine we see your videos that you put, but imagine the live reaction that you have when that actually happens. That's what they're looking for. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah. Callie, chill out, dude. I don't know, dog.
Kobe said it right. To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers.
You got a great thing going on in the morning, though, Coach. That's all that matters right there. That's the. What's up?
What'd you say?
I said you got a great thing going on in the morning. So
we're trying to get it going, man. So what are you gonna do? You gonna go at night or in the day?
I'm still trying to figure it out, Coach. Couple things I gotta kind of clean up in my own personal life. But I'm definitely into this shit. I do like it. So I'm not quitting, and fuck no, I'm just trying to figure out how to handle this best. And I also I don't like half-assing anything. So like I showed you a couple screenshots of what I want added to the stream. So not being on a stream without that bothers me. So I kind of have to figure that shit out too. How to do it right.
Hey man, it's all steps.
Every day. Now I'm trying to do something different too. I'm thinking about doing some a week after next. I'm gonna figure out some things too. I might wrap my whole wall behind me and move the desk up and put a camera up high, change the look of it. I'm thinking about that too. But every day, dog, got to improve. But the thing is, I know this. I wish I would have stayed consistent with it, like during when I was on Pat's show, because I just was hit and miss. I had so much shit going on with 4 or 5 dogs at the time. So, like, I had all this other shit going, but I wish I would have stayed consistent. That's number one. Pat tells me that all the time. YouTube's number one growth is consistency, and I was hit and miss here and there. So you got to either you do it 3 days a week, twice a week, whatever you do, you got to just stay consistent. I'm learning that shit.
And let me just tell the people watching, I appreciate anybody tuning in live, but I'm Wydoe. This is Big Capo, and that's the legendary Coach JB, okay? And you got to stay consistent. At one point, I was a caller on JB's show, just introducing myself as Wydoe. Then I got a Wydoe with Wildin' with Wydoe segment. Got my own podcast at this point. Now I got Big Dog joining my show. Let me show y'all, man. Stay consistent. Check it out.
What up? What up? What up?
Man, Coach JB, it's a pleasure, dog.
Hey, all love, brother. I appreciate you. What's your name?
Wydoe, man. Wydoe, straight out of Florida.
Straight out of Florida. What up? What comes down but never goes up?
Rain.
Damn, you got it. Bing, bing. I can't do it. Wydoe's on here looking like a mix between Eminem, Vanilla Ice, my brother in the Air Force, and himself.
Officially Wildin' with Wydoe, episode 3. Real talk banner with Coach JB. I'm about to pour me a glass, slap dick on the rocks, and if I'm really feeling wild, boy, take me a shot. From Cali to Florida, mountain lions and gators, Wydoe and JB, hate me now, love me later. From Cali to Florida, mountain lions and gators, Wydoe and JB, hate me now, love me later. Stay consistent, JB. I appreciate you, dog. From there to here, we here, dog. It happened.
No doubt, no doubt. Where'd Capo go?
He had to run to the bathroom real quick. But I mean, so many people that join your show, Coach, they don't realize. Just join the chat. When he puts the after parties link in, join in. You saw me answer the question, what comes down but never comes up?
Hey, trying to tell you.
Bing, bing.
I'm trying to fix my fucking phone.
We got back. And I got to ask you one more time, Coach. Does the stick make the whiskey or does the whiskey make the stick?
The stick make everything. The stick makes everything. Depends on what you get. So I gotta get my slapsticks tomorrow. We got all these things coming down. I think Marcellus Wiley might be coming down tomorrow. A couple other little celebrities might show up. Marcellus dropped his podcast, by the way. His first guest was
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
My goat. You know that, Coach. I was tuned in. Marcellus has got a great podcast out there.
I don't know shit much about him, but I might have to bring him on the show because I think I could get him on the show now.
Lil Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be sick.
See, I don't really give a fuck about Lil Wayne, so that's why I don't really know if I want.
Whoa! Hey, Coach. Hold on. Yo, Coach. I know you West Coast certified. I know you E40, Ice Cube. Lil Wayne, the only one to sell 1 million records in a week.
Yeah, because that's the era, dog.
And that was back then, Coach. That was back then.
Nah, I wasn't back then. NWA and Cube and Snoop would have sold it. I think fuck if this social media shit was around like it was then. Fuck that.
You're probably right.
Hey, get out of here.
You're probably right. But if you can get Lil Wayne, Coach, that'll be.
You know, Tupac would have probably sold a fucking billion out of his trunk during this era.
Easy. I mean, guys like Michael Jackson, Tupac, they're still selling to this day.
Yeah, Biggie. Come on.
But now, Coach, what about when it was actually happening? When Tupac was a new artist, you were there for those days. What was it like? Was he accepted already? Was he cool when he came to the West Coast?
No, Tupac had to earn his stripes, dog. Especially when he came death row, and Cats was really questioning him. This shit was real out here. So one of my homeboys actually was his bodyguard. So I grew up with Suge. Obviously, I coached Suge's people. I know Suge. I still got Suge's cell number in my phone. That was the thing when Suge appointed a cat named Big West as Snoop's bodyguard. Snoop was from an all blue neighborhood. Obviously, we grew up in an all red neighborhood. Suge appointed death row bodyguards to protect Snoop, Pac, Daz, Corrupt, different cats. We'd always go to the park and shoot hoop, and we'd be there, man, and it got real out there because Snoop used to say "cuz" quite a bit. And we're in our neighborhood. His bodyguard had to tell Snoop one day, like, this is a real story, like, hey dog, you keep saying that, I gotta cut bait with you. Meaning I can't even protect you as your paid bodyguard right now because we're in my hood and you put me in jeopardy. That was a real story. That's a real I could write a book about that shit. But hey, fuck boys.
And speaking of a book, Coach, you have written a book. Hate Me Now, Love Me Later.
Yeah, no doubt. #1 bestseller. Hey. I'm thinking about doing #2. I don't know. We'll see. I'm getting opportunities to do so. I gotta figure out this audiobook shit, man. I want to do audiobook.
And now one question I have for you, I don't know if this will set you off, Coach, but if you're the Cardinals, you've already paid somebody, but would you be more, if you could take the money back, would you be more invested in Kliff Kingsbury or Kyler Murray? I know you're not a fan of either of them, but you got to pick one of them. Who are you going to keep?
Shit, dog. I can't do it. I mean, I gotta, one of them has me and him have a personal issue. The other one, I don't know at all, but he could never be my quarterback. So, shit.
Especially what we just saw, Coach, that coming off the field saying, calm the fuck down. I mean,
Coach, when I texted you prior to seeing your video that you dropped, and I'm like, holy shit, like this guy, Kliff, has no fucking nuts. And I saw your video and you said the same thing. Like, goddamn, that was kind of demoralizing.
Dog, I think that motherfucker, I don't get it. And then he's sitting there like smiling, like, yeah, okay, like, okay, you're right, Kyler. Get the fuck out of here. I would have choke fucked the shit out of that little fucking mental midget, dog. And it would have been national TV drama because I would have fucking beat the shit out of him.
And JB broke this all down on his show today. I think the biggest point, JB, that you hit was the loss of respect from the team that saw that. Not only have we paid him the bag, but you're not even going to step to him when his little ass walks over and does that?
Yeah, dog. I just don't know how. Even after a win, I don't think it carries much weight because like Matt said, I said the same thing as Matt said before Matt came on. Matt reiterated it without even watching what I said. He's like, dog, cats are going to go chill and get together, and they're going to be playing the fucking video game tonight at Kyler's mansion somewhere, and everyone's going to be dapping him up about how he banged on his head coach and how it's cool. Like, you won't have J.J. Watt there, all the real leaders and OGs, because they ain't going to handle that shit. They don't want that shit. They think it's a joke. But at the same time, you're going to have all these dumb young cats there smoking weed, chilling, playing Fortnite or whatever they play. And, shit, dog, it blows my mind. Dog, after a victory on a Thursday night game, cats my age would have been in the facility today. We'd have been watching the film. We would have been fucking worried about the next game. Like, these motherfuckers now have no investment in this thing. And we're paying them way too much money, dog, to have no investment. Like, it's asinine on ownership and general management and coaching. We are really allowing it more than ever. And it ain't going to change, dog. I mean, if I gave you guys $100 million and said, you know what, Capo, Wydoe, you don't even need to do shit. You can do a show whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to do? I'm not even holding you accountable for nothing. Go ahead, dog. Do whatever. You could actually just shit on me too, live on air. You don't have to do nothing. You could talk shit about me. You could do whatever you want. Here's $100 million. You gonna really work hard? Come on.
Right. Why would you at that point? Now, Coach, how much do you think? Because you grew up in the tough era. You grew up in all the you were there in the 80s, 90s. Now, how much do you think it would change if those eras had the internet of today? How much influence does the internet have where you're so easily to see the rich, famous people like, why the fuck am I doing what I'm doing? How big is the internet, Coach?
It's big. Dog, we grew up when it started. So it started, the internet superhighway and all that shit. We were learning how that shit was coming into fruition. Like when I was a senior, like in 93, 94, it was already in the works. They were putting it in the ground. And then 96, I want to say it launched on a dial-up modem type of situation. So everybody had it. 96 was a big thing. We was on fucking Black People Meet and shit. Oh, no. What did we say it was? Black Planet. And that shit was comical as fuck. I think I told the story the other day on my show. And I'm just like, we were in the internet, and it wasn't not a big thing to us. Like, it was cool and shit, but we weren't. It was about our upbringing, in my opinion. Like, our upbringing still was like, I don't give a fuck about this internet. You about to get your ass in this house and do these fucking chores and eat that dinner and do whatever. Dog, we don't have that no more. That's where it's changed. I don't know if the internet really would have, even if it was at this stage where the phones and all that shit. I think it's relative, Wydoe, Capo. I think it's relative. What did we have in my era? We had pagers, beepers, we called them in the hood. We had big cell phone, Nokia, straight up. We call them garage door openers. They were this big phones.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's relative. And then we had sidekicks came out, right? Sidekicks, flip phones, they came out. And then it was relative. I think it was relative to the technology, to the era. So that is relative to what today is with what is accessible on the internet. So we control the narrative by what was relative. We took it for what it was with a grain of salt. We used it, didn't abuse it. We're abusing it now, and we're allowing it in the household. We weren't allowed to abuse it in the household. That's the difference, dog. I think nobody really wants to break that down. We did not abuse what we had because we knew we would lose it. Nowadays, these motherfuckers are abusing it because they know they won't lose it. That's why you see these smash and grabs. That's why you see, all the disrespect by the kids to the elders. Like, this is what you see now because there's no consequence to their action, and that's just what the real is.
It's the social media, that's a big influence. The internet too, but I mean, just look at Big Boss Capo here. In your day, Coach, could there have been somebody that could have been a self-made boss off of gambling, off of betting, off of doing his due diligence to get sport betting picks? That wasn't even probably available back then, unless you're a real bookie doing it by the paperwork, right?
Well, Brandon Lang did it, dog, before the internet came out. Brandon Lang had a movie made about him before the internet came out. So if you know his whole story, it is very deep. Moved from New York, moved to Vegas, played on UNLV's basketball team with Larry Johnson, Stacey Ogman, Moses Scurry, all those loaded-ass rosters in Vegas, and got hurt. Brandon was actually a good hooper. He got hurt. Jerry Tarkanian told him, hey, you're done. You blew your knee out so bad, you can stay and help out or what you want to do. And he was like, fuck, man, I'm so competitive, I can't play. I'm in Vegas now, 3,000 miles from home. I'm in the gambling capital of the world. Let me figure this out. And he became a gambler. And he was so big, they made a fucking movie about him. So there was no internet around then. So, I mean, that's what people kill me with. Like, you couldn't have. You wouldn't have made that money. Dog, Kaz was making that money. What do you mean? It was just, it's a relative situation. Obviously, inflation goes up every year. This was 30 years ago plus. And I don't think the internet mattered to us. We were going to still figure it out. Let me ask you this. If there was no internet, would we be born and be here and breathing?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. People act like this fucking internet is like the reason we're alive and shit. Like, calm down.
So, like, I bet JB doesn't have much internet credit to his success where he's at. But Capo, how much credit do you think where you're at today compared to 10 years, 5 years ago is accredited to the internet?
I mean, that's kind of a very tough question. But the one thing that I do have now is everything's just much more convenient. The technology's better. So the data that I use and look at is just so much more easier to get to. I'm sure you could have done it back in the day too, but you had to be like all into the process. And like Brandon Lang, you can even tell by the way that he bets, it's like a completely different system than mine. Completely different. He's very big on trends, how teams do after this, after that, after this, after that. And with me, I kind of just look at numbers. So I give him credit. I don't know if I would be in the sports betting industry back in the day, but
it's more of a grind.
It still is a grind
for
me, though. Like, you know, I'm behind my computer all fucking day, looking at numbers, trying to figure this shit out. But that's a tough question, man.
I don't know, man. See, that's the problem I have. Like, I think that is enabled these cats to do what they do now and be soft and be lazy and like they don't do the shit no more they did. They don't go grind it and figure it out. Now it's all at the fingertips. They don't have to do shit. Well, we had to go get it. Like, this ain't work. Capo, you working at a computer all day and have the opportunity to hit $250K on a $20 bet is not hard work. It may be hard work to this generation. It may be hard work, but in reality, it's fun work that if you do the right research and do the right due diligence, you can hit and change your life, right? Back in the day, we're paper pushers. We had to go fucking turn over the actual papers. We had to go move the box. We had to go shuffle. We had to go move the trailer. We had to go unload the trailer. That was work. Today, like, I think Pat says it best. Pat says it best too, dog. He's like, I'm not going to say this is hard work. Like, and I'd say the same shit. I don't think this is hard work. It might be a grind and all that, mentally, whatever the fuck you want to say. I don't believe it's hard work. I think there's harder work out there right now. Like, we could go out there and work at Walmart, dog. I mean,
I mean, I still got a 9-to-5, coach. I install fucking hurricane shutters. That's hard work. When I come do my podcast, that's cake. It might be time consuming, but this is nothing.
What I'm saying.
Everything is so much more convenient now. Like, coach, I can right now, by just moving, I could just grab my phone right here and order a fucking meal. I can order my groceries if I want to. Like, it's kind of crazy. That shit is crazy.
That's why I talk about it all the time. That's why I still go grocery shopping, dog. I'd be damned to order me a fucking dude coming to my house. First of all, I'm old school. Nobody's gonna know where I live. Fuck you. You're not delivering shit to my house. I'm too old school for that. Number one. Number two, I want to see broads. I want to see females. I want to see people. I want to walk around, and you wonder why we're so fucking obese, why we have no communication skills, why we have so much rift, because motherfuckers don't talk to each other no more, and motherfuckers don't meet nobody new. They meet catfishes, which I just found out about last year. Catfishes, whatever the fuck, right? They're fake motherfuckers. They're not even real.
Yep.
So, like, you're not even meeting anyone. You're really minusing it yourself. You're actually down in the minus category. So,
and it's the gift and the curse with the internet, because information is so easily accessed. We have everything instantly, but it's created a different level of values. I think it's so dope to hear Coach JB talk about how his room is so clean. His house is so clean. He cleans everything to the T. His meals are prepped. We get to see, videos of him doing that. These days, Coach, people don't even care about those values of cleaning your own house, knowing how to do your own shit, cook your own food.
My shit stay clean at all times. I don't got to fake the funk. That motherfucker spotless right motherfucking now.
And to me, Coach, like, even that time, like, that to you, that might be a chore. Some people, that's a chore, but that time of cleaning your house is therapeutic. I get to wind back, do what my thing. These days, I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to get a maid. I'm going to order the food. I'm going to We're missing the values, Coach.
Nah, dog, that shit is crazy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You got a basketball in your hand. Don't let me find out you're going to take a shot here, Coach. I'm going to pull up to Cali. Wydoe's going to show Coach JB how to really shoot the threes now.
Oh, dog, I got Jimmy Crack Corn. I'll teach you so many fucking things, dog. I don't know if you really Dog, this is a different white boy, homie. I don't know if you know that.
Coach, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Oh, damn.
Oh, the first shot gotta go.
I know that's my. I'm pissed off right now. I'm pissed off.
He's talking to me like I'm not just any other white boy. I'm gonna really throw that shit on JB. Okay, I'm
I didn't make that first shot.
Come on, JB. 1 for 2. Slap it. I was gonna comment on the ball, but it's his ball. What we doing?
God damn.
Yo, play that back one more time.
That little me. Where is it at? His left hand's a little suspect, coach. You need to finish with just the one, not 2 of them. There it is. But coach, I will.
When it's cracking, dog, it's a rap. Rap City.
Coach, not Wydoe.
Ah. Hey, Wydoe, I got the left hand too, though.
You said he's got the left hand.
I would not be able to do that with my dog around, bro. My dog would maul that ball.
Oh shit! I got a
Look at that.
Here. My layout.
Coach
Coach,
Is that an 8-foot court?
Oh, here we go. It is.
Whoa.
LA Fitness certified.
Coach, your
Pull up
dog
my
doesn't
goddamn
maul that
highlights.
ball?
I still palm the ball though.
I can never do that, coach. Never can palm a ball, but I can dunk like LeBron James. So I have to really cock it back. And if I go just easy dunk, I'll miss. But if I really go try to slam it, oh yeah. But I started fucking my wrist up like I got a tattoo. Had to chill.
I used to be able to dunk on a few folks, but not like that. I couldn't do that shit. I could do, basic shit, but I was physical, and I had jumper, and I had post moves.
So if I'm coming down the lane, coach, just like this right here, are you fouling me or are you going to go up and try to jump with me?
Not going to go down the lane again. I'm just saying. I'm not even trying to say. I'm just
That's
saying.
the old school rule.
Dog, we played out in the street, dog, where shit, with NBA dudes at the time, it was serious business. There was no fucking refs. You call your own foul, and you might not even get that.
Coach, I've seen people get beat up and killed over foul calls. Like,
oh, yeah, all day,
literally.
All day. We've had it all. Shit. It's bad. It was. That's what made us, though. Hey.
Now, let me ask you this, coach. Okay, I got a quick question. Capo, you can chime in on this. Okay, I'm feeling a little gray. Okay, I got Slapdick Whiskey certified. I got a Wydoe cigar medical certified. Hello. Coach, I believe basketball coaches are really influential. I believe football coaches are probably the most influential. Shout out on my baseball players, but as a baseball manager, the only coach that is not really needed on a professional level or any sport level. Can we stop looking at manager baseball players, chew the fucking gum and spit seeds every goddamn MLB game for no reason? What do we do?
Dude, I could argue that for basketball, but I don't know basketball like you two guys know. So
this is the way I look at it, coach. You tell me. If I remove a basketball coach from a good team, that team will alter. They might still be able to run, but they'll not be the same team. Especially if that coach is the discipline the reason that they're good. Football, not a chance. Baseball, if you take the coach out, they can be the same goddamn team. They can figure out their own goddamn lineup. You agree, coach?
I'm tripping off why Haslam still plays for the Heat.
This is his last year, I think. He said it's the last time. Everyone's been hating on him. Why are you taking up a spot for a young kid? But, coach, I know you're a big culture guy. You're a big soft guy. Do you like the Haslam bringing him back to ensure that the Miami Heat has a culture? Not only do we have Pat Riley ensuring it, but we have Haslam.
I think that motherfucker's there so what's his name don't get his ass beat.
Who, Butler?
No, the head Spoelstra.
Oh, Spoelstra on Butler.
I think Spoelstra will get his ass beat. And he's scared. He's keeping Haslam there. He's like, fuck it, Haslam, you stay with me.
I'm thinking it's culture. We got a certified vet.
But culture also helps him from not getting his ass beat.
Very true.
because Haslam and what's his name right now are about to fight somebody. I'm watching it.
Is he in the game about to fight, or is he on the bench about to fight?
In the game, he's in full sweat. He's on the sideline helping out the center. What's his name?
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, Bam was about to fight someone. Tatum's taking it to him. I don't know, man. I don't like baseball. You know.
That's got to be why it's called a manager, right, and not a coach.
Come on. Yeah. Baseball is horrible. I think baseball is garbage. I don't know if you need a manager or not. They got like 7 managers. I don't know if you need all the motherfuckers. I think they can get away with just having like a pitching coach and a hitting coach. I don't know if you need all them other motherfuckers. I don't know really what a manager does.
He chews gum on the sideline, coach. One arm on the goddamn, fence. And then maybe a couple of.
Yeah, it's bad, dog. Baseball is horrible. What are you guys doing? Baseball's shitty, man. I'm in these kennels right now, putting out my.
Come on now. We're talking to a fucking author, a best-selling author, a head football coach, okay, a head offensive guru, QB guru, a dog certified slap dick bully, certified G. What does he not do, Coach JB?
Man, I don't know.
Vodka too?
Dog, short, jack of all trades, master of none. Sometimes you don't do a lot of things well, though, because I'm fucking this up right now. I'm trying to get this light up.
Now, I heard you say a little bit something. Is there any chance we get on the real Coach JB show, OG, the real Freeway Rick? Any chance?
Yeah, we're working. That's I'm working on. I talked to him the other day. He's gonna come on. He's got to figure out his time. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he'll definitely be coming on. That's like Pops.
God damn,
what the fuck? Yeah, that's like that's OG and not the rapper.
And not the rapper.
He has a t-shirt. That's his gear, his merch. You can get his merch, and it says Freeway Rick Ross, not the rapper, on the shirt. Come on.
I'm a big Florida boy, Coach, so I got to rock with Rick Ross, the rapper. You know what I mean? That's big homie right there.
Yeah, you better not come to LA. That motherfucker be in a casket.
Damn!
Come on. Hey, there's real motherfuckers that that do this, and then there's guys that rap about it. Remember that.
Yeah. Now Cali's a wild place these days, Coach. It's wild to see, man.
You didn't take the motherfucker took his name. The motherfucker took someone's name while he was in jail, dog. To me, that's a bitch made move. And let me ask you this, Wydoe. We know, let's just call him X-Rock, all right? That's Freeway Rick Ross, the rapper. Okay, we're going to call him X-Rock, and he's the rapper, and he's legit as fuck. All right, we like him. He is what he is right now. We like him. Do you think he's who he is without the name Freeway Rick Ross? Fuck no, he's not.
I believe so.
He never even makes it to a label.
Only reason, Coach, I had no idea who the real Rick Ross was until like 5 years after knowing the rapper.
Didn't like 50 Cent do like a whole like diss track on him called Officer Ricky?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. On who?
So 50 Cent did like a whole diss track on Rick Ross, and the song was called Officer Ricky.
On the
Rick
rapper?
Ross used to, yeah.
On the rapper. He was a CEO officer back in the day, allegedly. So.
Well, he did that because
Correctional officer.
50 kicks it out here a lot, and him and Freeway, my Freeway, are cool. So there's a Freeway. I mean, 50 knows the real. He knows damn well you better fucking with the real Rick Ross. So like that's the difference. So like I think your boy better stay out in Florida in his mansion and do his do his wings and the wing chicken sandwich and shit. Let him do that and make that money. What are you guys doing? But Freeway's fat ass wouldn't have been nobody without Freeway's name.
Right. And like
it's all about recognition, dog. Face recognition. Name recognition.
That's crazy to me. That's
a great question, though, right? Would he be who he is right now without his name? Because there's no way in the world that name didn't drive traffic.
It definitely drove traffic early, I believe, not for me, but for the people who knew. But I just feel like if he would have changed his name, he would have still been him. So I don't know why he kept it, Coach. I just don't know why.
What you guys doing? Because, dog, and then Rick sued him. My guy sued him. So we'll ask him. We're going to have those questions on my show, man. But, yeah, he, Rick came out to Indy twice and spoke to my guys, spent a few days there with me and talked to my team. So my team cherished that shit.
And how excited are you to go coach with Matt McChesney, Coach? Because that, to me, that sounded huge, man. Coaching an all-star game, what's that like? Or what kind of game is it?
So I was invited a while back, months ago. I just couldn't release it. And then I hit up Matt and asked him if he'd be interested. He was excited as hell. So then I've been working on getting Matt in there with me for a while now and finally got approved. So Matt's going to be joining us and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, man. I'm doing it for my boy Noel Mazzoni, who I had on the show last week. And he's a legendary offensive play caller. And he was actually he was Matt's OC when Matt was with the Jets.
Damn.
But I've known Noel well before he even coached Matt. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you could tell.
Hey.
Shit, Jeremiah talking Leonard Skinner. That's a great band right there, man. Shout out to Skinner. Now, Coach, a couple questions before we get out of here. We're talking now. Well, are you taking the X's and O's or the Jeffs and Joes? Real broad, but what matters more, the X's and O's or the Jeffs and Joes when it comes to offensive football?
Jimmy's and Joe's?
Jimmy's and Joe's, I'm sorry.
You can call them whatever shit. I've heard a lot of people call it different things. Jimmy's and Joe's is all day. Coaching's overrated. Anyone call plays. These two motherfuckers right here. My wife Callie got the ball in her mouth. She's teasing the shit out of little Stogie here.
That's definitely a little Stogie right there.
Oh yeah, he's scared right now. He don't know what to do. Callie's teasing the shit out of him. Man, it's all Jimmy's and Joe's, dog. The better guys you have, the easier call it is, because you could fuck up and make a horrible call and Raheem Boyd saves the day. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a lot of bad calls, and Barry Sanders made the play caller look great.
See, right.
So
how many great plays have made bad players look great?
You see that now with the fucking Packers, man. Everyone was on that fucking coach's dick the past 2 years. And now look at that shit now.
No, he didn't call shit. He didn't call shit, didn't do shit. Either did the Miami Dolphin dude, even did the dude in Minnesota. Like, those cats weren't doing that. They were sitting there watching and seeing it. And now they're getting their opportunity. And you're going to see them fall on their face. And so that's the problem. And then when you are a legit play caller, let's say Josh McDaniels, who is a good OC, you're not meant to be a head coach. It takes a special cat to do both. So you got OCs who came to be head coaches who are horrible. The Mike Daniel cat or whatever his name is, the weirdo fuck dude over here at Denver. All these math majors. No, it ain't going to last very long. And they're going to be the scapegoat, and you're going to get a new math major in there. But Josh McDaniels, on the other hand, is a good OC, but he can't be a head coach. He's fucking horrible. So, I still want to see Saleh. He's a D coordinator. I want to see if he can transition to be a head coach. He's so right now he's doing okay. Bad first year, doing good right now. It looks like his culture's changing, so we'll see. But it takes time. People anoint these guys so fast. We got to see their body of work over some years. And by seeing over years, if we get to see you for 4 or 5 years, that means you're doing a good job because you made it that far.
Now, let me ask you, Coach, shout out to Ty Schmidt.
Wide. I think so. That's what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Oh.
He kills a crazy Nick Sirianni, Coach. What is your thoughts on Coach Sirianni this year? Eagles.
I thought he was a weirdo fuck last year. when he introduced himself, and then he won, right? He won. So I was like, he won, and I was like, dude, this guy did a pretty damn good job. And this year he's undefeated. So he's doing a good job, man. I mean, I can't say nothing else about it. But Zach Taylor, who was just in my office a couple years ago, it seems like, well, it was, as an OC for the Cincinnati Bearcats in college, now the head coach for the Bengals, takes the team to the Super Bowl. And I've known him a long time. He's a Kansas community college guy, JUCO kid. We still got to give him some time, dog, because what if he's just absolute dog shit for his next years of his career? So he got there 1 year, but he's never done it again. What are they going to say? He's a fluke. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people got to realize, let these cats eat, let them develop, let them make their name, etch their name in some stone before we just anoint them. And I don't know if Sirianni's that guy yet, but right now he's doing well for a weirdo fuck.
Yeah, and that preseason game when they played the Jets and they kind of hit Jalen off the side and he was motherfucking the Jets coach, I was like, oh, that's going to earn him some points in the locker room, I think. What do you think, Coach? That was a big moment.
He did the same thing with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but that is definitely, that's a real thing. I mean, maybe he's that dog. Maybe he does have dog mentality or whatever the fuck.
That's dog.
Maybe he is that guy in the locker room that we don't see. Hey, kudos to him, dog. Maybe he's playing the game. Maybe he's just maybe that motherfucker's Dirk Giggler. That motherfucker's just dropping his nuts on everybody. Who knows? I don't know.
And now we know you get on your players, Coach, but have you had that moment where when you're snapping at the other coach because it was a late hit or a meaningful game or a non-meaningful game and they did something to you? What's that like?
That's all I've ever done. I've done that every game, I think, my whole coaching career. It is what it is. You're all in or all out. Like, I'm all in. My players knew I was all in, so I backed them up no matter what. Even if they fucked up, I backed them up, and then I motherfucked them later on off the field and said, "You fuck! I protected your dumb ass. You better not put me in that spot again, right?" So that is how you get your guys to buy in and understand. Okay, this guy's a ride or die, but maybe Sirianni's that guy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious to see what he holds.
I mean, that was big time when he said, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? That dog mentality. When he came on Pat's show, I was like, okay, Sirianni's a little hyped the fuck up. And I think, Coach, it's more credit to that defense. I think that defense is more surprising. We know A.J. Brown. We know the fucking offense is wrong, but that defense is out there flying around.
Yeah, the defense, that's the real reason. Jalen Hurts, I'm not sold on yet. I like what I see. I got film now. I can watch it. I'm going to break him down. But I like what I see and shit. He's better, but he's got 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and they're in game 7. Like, that's not a fucking Super Bowl winning recipe. Quarterbacks that are good throw touchdowns. That just is what it is, dog. There's not really – Troy Aikman probably threw the least amount of touchdowns, but he also had the most incredible O-line and running back and receivers in top 5 maybe in the history of football. They didn't have to throw the ball 50 times a game. They were efficient. They were a run the ball, time management, get the ball to Novacek, the tight end, Irvin and Harper on the edge. They didn't need to do all this shit like that, but doesn't mean he couldn't play. Like, that's what people don't understand. That's why I'm disappointed in my guy, Matt McChesney. Like, come on, Matt.
We're Team Mahomes over here.
You're almost my age, dog. Troy Aikman would fucking throw for 8,000 yards in this league. So it's just different, man. It's a different era, different situation. But
and so we got a real football guru. We got a real betting guru. We're going to go back to the Falcons a little bit before we get out of here. Capo, Coach, how important, how impactful is it that my Falcons have beaten the spread each week? Or should I look at the wins and losses, Coach?
Oh, wins and losses. Denver's defense is fucking legit as shit. I've never seen a defense this good and they losing games. So that's something weird about that right now, because usually that means Denver should at least be 4-2, but they're not. And Denver, Atlanta, I mean, is 3-3 or whatever they are. Are they 3-3?
Yep.
They should be 4-2. That should have beat Tampa, but it's all about wins and losses, dog. It doesn't matter how good you are anywhere. on the field if you lose the game. It just don't matter. So, end of the day, it's all about wins and losses. I mean, the team that wins and they won on a last-second field goal, hit the upright, trickled in, 10 weeks from now, nobody's going to say anything but they won.
Yeah.
And now these teams that are losing those games, all they have is excuses why they lost.
Why?
So there's a whole different deal. It's a whole different thing. It's all about wins and losses at the end of the day, man. Winner fucks prom queen, loser goes home.
Now, how about you, Capo? Have you benefited off the Falcons this year?
No, but Coach, the problem with now today's NFL fan is that I guarantee you know how big the fucking sports betting industry is, Coach. So I bet you that now there's cats that would rather tune into the Falcons as opposed to another team just because they've been making them money all year. So it's crazy like that. I don't like the NFL always talks about how year by year their views have been going up. I don't think it's definitely. I mean, you can agree with me with this is that it's not necessarily the game that's getting better. You've been preaching your whole ever since I've been tuning into this show how shitty the game has gotten, and the viewership going up is due to sports betting being legalized state by state every single year, man.
I got a theory on that. I think it's viewers are up because we're pussy. And America's a bunch of fucking pussy. And that's why I think they watch it, because they like this pussy-ass game, which I think is fucking flag football. And I think we're watching it the same as we watch basketball because they both look like pussy. So that's what I think it is. I don't think it has shit to do with it. I think the culture is so fucking soft, we don't mind this pussy-ass game we're watching. When me, Matt McChesney, Zach Smith, fucking all my boys I grew up with, cringe. Brian Mitchell today, cringe at looking at this football now that we're watching. But everyone else that's your guys' age love it because we're a bunch of fucking pussy. And I think we've accepted the fact that we are soft. The game's this is the game to you guys. Not you guys, maybe, but I'm saying your generation and younger, this is the game they know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we got more humans now than ever.
Yeah, and all the real fans that we're slowly losing are being filled by people that have to be engaged with the game. Coach, how many fans would we lose if we couldn't sport bet or have fantasy anymore?
You know how many loyal fans fantasy and gambling has like killed? Like you will bet against your team. You will watch another team because a certain player is on your fantasy team. Like there's no more the loyalty when it comes to a sports team is a dying breed.
Well, it started before that though. We already had fair weather fans, and when LA lost the Rams to St. Louis, we were still the second largest media market in the world as far as football. We didn't have a football franchise. So when the Rams came back, it is still after winning a Super Bowl and going to 2 since they've been back. And they've only been back, 5-7 years? Mm-hmm. So you've already gained 2. You've had 2 Super Bowls, and the crowd still doesn't fill up the place. We don't give a fuck. After the Super Bowl, the parade was absolute dog shit. Nobody showed up. And we don't care. And that's the crazy part about this. So I think that when LA lost the media market, when they lost the Rams and the media market stayed the same, all the fair weather fans moved everywhere. So all the Ram fans became Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders, fucking all these different fans. They started to open up bars. Now you got Steeler bars, Eagle bars, Raider bars right here in LA. So it's like, dog, that shit couldn't have happened back in the day. I'm just telling you, motherfuckers would have drove by and lit up bars like that. So
I mean, that Niners game, there was way more red jerseys in that crowd at SoFi than Rams fan at that point.
We're fair weather, dog. We got the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Kings here. Like nobody cares about because they don't trust it. Like the Rams can leave again, or the Raiders left 3 times and went to Oakland twice and came back to LA and now they're in Vegas. Like, dog, we don't have that fan. It's too much to do here. It's like Miami times 5 because we also have the snow and a bigger state, obviously. but it's very similar to Miami. Like there's other things to do. You got the Heat. You got the fucking Marlins. You got, even though nobody goes to Marlins games, you got all that
the city.
Yeah, there's females, like there's clubs, like you have the nightlife there that you have here, and you can give a fuck less if the Rams are winning or playing or whatever. So,
and so is that a huge difference, Coach? You know, obviously like Indianapolis, if the Colts are winning and losing, that's going to change the whole city. Steelers in Pittsburgh, LA. Do the teams winning and losing, does it affect the city that much, or is it cool because we still got Hollywood and all the celebs?
Nobody gives a fuck if you're winning or losing here. And nobody gives a fuck, dog. Like Indianapolis, dog, is a town of 57 people. So of course they're gonna ball out. If they're gonna club it up, right? You're gonna have everybody. Freddie, Johnny, hey, Pat McAfee, what up? Everybody's there, right? You know everybody. In LA, dog, you don't fucking know nobody. There's 40 million motherfuckers here. So there's so much other shit to do. Nobody gives a fuck. Hey, dog, the Rams won the Super Bowl today. I literally have heard this. Oh, for real? That's literally the fucking
for real.
Oh, for real? Dog, they don't know. Oh, you know what they did say, though? Oh, man, the homie got shot last night. We were at his funeral today. So, like, motherfuckers don't know. They don't realize that real life really exists out here. And it's different. Like, smaller towns, look at the best college towns are Lawrence, Kansas, Columbus, Ohio, fucking Madison, Wisconsin,
State College,
fucking Bloomington, Indiana, fucking these small towns have the fucking best supporters, and because there ain't nothing else to do.
That's right.
I can just imagine how fucking soft the Rams tailgates are now. They're all fucking drinking White Claws.
Dog, I can go anytime. I can sit in the suite up there and chill. Chargers or Rams. I refuse to go to SoFi. I refuse to go to a game. I refuse to go to around these fair weather fans because I've seen dudes that I'm like, damn, you were a Steeler fan 2 weeks ago, and the Rams won the Super Bowl. You were rammed up now. Like, dog, that's society though in America, in my opinion. That's American society. That's why football has the high ratings that they do still. We like soft shit. We like fair weather. And you add that with FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM betting, and all these things, and you have the softest element possible. And now you can just bounce around. You can pick this guy and that guy, and fucking they know players. They don't know teams no more. So, it is what it is. I mean, that's just what it is. It is what it is the best term I can use because life is what it is right now, and we've allowed it. And we got to face the fact that we've allowed this to happen, and it is what it is. So we got to figure it out. What is going to be it next? I don't know.
Coach, I got a special question. Is your brother that's in the Air Force, is he just like you?
Nah, nothing close.
Really?
Nah, nothing close. I'm the only one for my mom. So I'm the only one for my mom. My dad had two sons from a previous marriage. The mother passed. His wife passed. And then my dad met my mom, had me. So I inherited two brothers. My other brother passed away like 2 years ago, cirrhosis of the liver. And then, and so they were my dad's, but I got my mom's feistiness with my dad's crazy self. So it was a combo deal. My two brothers are totally different than me. They were totally different than me. They still drank. They still did all that shit. They were partiers and shit, but they were just a different era too. They grew up in a different climate. Like we all grew up in Compton. They grew up in Compton as well, but they didn't grow up in Compton. They lived in Compton. They got out of Compton every day. I stayed there, lived there, went to school there. I grew up in the element. They kind of didn't. So it's a little different dynamic.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. That's a huge difference, Coach. I'm glad you broke that down of living there and being in there.
And they're older, though. They're older, like a lot older. So, like, my brother's been in the Air Force since 86. So he graduated high school 86. I graduated 94. So he's 8 years older than me. My other brother's
born in 94.
Yeah, same.
We're both born in 94, Coach.
Oh, shit.
94, baby.
Now, Coach, before we get out of here, I got a special question I got to ask you. Now, top 5 people that I think spinning the rock, throwing, having catch, whether it's baseball, but in particular football, is just a kind of moment just in the backyard throwing catch. Who's 5 people dead or alive that you would love to throw around? Capo, I can hear yours too. Mine is Dan Marino, Michael Vick, Coach Jason Brown, maybe a Joe Montana. And why not? Let me get Bobby Boucher. Coach, who is 5 guys you would love to throw around, spin the ball with?
Interesting. Probably my pops, because we didn't do it much, and then he ain't no longer here anyway. I was never a celebrity crush guy. I never had that. I could give a fuck less about celebrity. I used to see him everywhere growing up here. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I still don't. The thing about it, there's people that I would like to throw with that don't necessarily play quarterback or play football.
Exactly.
Because you could throw a football with someone that is cool, barbecue, chilling, drinking, and you could have the best conversation ever without him ever having to be a fucking legitimate guy like that as far as spinning the ball or whatever. So like John Wooden, I'd probably want to throw the football with him, just bullshitting. Guy like him. And then there's some guys that see, the thing is, I've got to throw the ball with some guys that are probably on a lot of people's fucking wish lists, bucket lists, and I've got to throw the ball with some people like those people. So it's like I'd rather use people that I could never, ever, 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 ever throw the ball with. Like Muhammad Ali, maybe Kobe Bryant, some guys like that. Just shoot the shit and pick their brain. You know what I mean? Like dead or alive, though? Shit.
And that's big right there, Coach, because it's bigger than the throwing the rock, spinning the rock. It's the convo. It's the connection you get.
Genghis fucking Khan.
Coach, that's a lot of questions to ask somebody like that. We got to know.
Let me throw the ball with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
He wiped out populations of the earth, slowed down climate. Like, that's one of them ones.
Yo.
Genghis Khan, homie. Let me throw the ball. Imagine me and Genghis Khan on YouTube video.
That'll be fucking hilarious.
Mansa Musa, the richest person of all time. I mean, yes, Coach. I like where your head's going.
Like fucking Albert Einstein. Let me see if you really were that smart or you just hype.
Damn. Kobe, great question. Coach, if you had to go one post 40 route, 40-yard deep route ball, one receiver to catch it, and you got Darrelle Revis playing cornerback, who are you picking as your receiver, Coach? $1 million on the line, one throw.
Torrey Holt.
Torrey Holt. Capo, who you riding with? Torrey Holt. A lot of people wouldn't have expected that, Coach.
I know. Cats don't even know how good he is.
I mean, I watched Brett Favre during his Jets Vikings days, so I'm gonna put him up there. Politics aside, I don't give a fuck about that. But I like to throw with him. I really enjoyed watching the end of his career. Roger Clemens, Mariano Rivera, that'd be fucking cool. Felix Hernandez from this Seattle Mariners. He was my favorite pitcher growing up. King Felix, he was dope, man. Did his thing when the Seattle Mariners were super shitty. So I do like him. Yeah, I got to go with those 4.
Now, what about if Coach Jason Brown, QB, prime Jason Brown, is throwing a 40-yard post route? Who do you want as the receiver, Capo? Because I want Julio Jones, Coach. I've seen him make some catches that only he could have made. Give me Julio Jones. Who you want the receiver? Coach went with Torrey Holt, legend.
Fuck, that's a good question.
Julio Jones would have pulled up lane with a hammy.
No, Coach, I'm talking prime. One play. We only need one of them, Coach.
I know. One of them. That motherfucker would have pulled up.
Kobe saying Randy Moss, of course, Randy.
It's glass, dog. They're glass.
Fuck. It's a good question.
I should have said old school fucking Steve Largent, the slowest white motherfucker ever to play receiver. Cats would have been like, damn, he wouldn't even. ate nobody's cushion up. Darrell Reeves would have been in his hip pocket the whole time, and he still would have came down with the fucking rock. Guarantee you.
Pat McAfee, great, Jeremiah. That's a big person we should all spin the rock with. Imagine a combo with old Pat. God damn.
And had them. They're here.
Thank you, Wydoe.
Thank you, Wyd.
Shout out to Pat and the boys in the beautiful Thunderdome. God damn.
They're doing it big, huh?
Super big. And they're getting crisp, Coach. You know what I mean? They had to go through the struggles a little bit, get a new stadium, new place, new color grading, white. Now they're on point. I love it.
I talked to AJ Hawk last night.
Think about that. Coach JB claims he's never had a concussion except for maybe 1 or 2, I think you said. AJ Hawk, leading tackler of the Green Bay Packers history, no concussions.
I've never had a concussion. Hey, Pat used to ask me on the show all the time. I'm like, dog, I've never had a fucking concussion. I'm telling you.
Now, did you ever take a shot that you did not know was coming, Coach?
No. Oh, a shot that I did not know was coming?
Like one you didn't see. You weren't prepared for.
Yeah. But, I mean, I wasn't a bitch. I was getting up. We got too many bitch made cats now.
Did you ever get up seeing stars?
I didn't see it. Shut the fuck up. Hey, no, I brought it up the other day. Like, it's all bullshit. I never got a concussion, and I wore a fucking bike helmet. And now we're in the alien technology era, and we got more concussions than we've ever seen. We got all this fucking technology. We don't even hit the quarterback no more. We don't even hit each other no more. And we have more concussions than ever. Go do the math, dog. Something ain't right.
Coach, what's kind of wild right now that it's almost instinct that after you get hit, both quarterbacks and receivers, as soon as you get hit, you look at the ref and you're like, yo, where the fuck's the flag? Where the fuck's the flag?
Or I just see guys get hit. They just get slammed down. They pop up, and they're like, I'm just like, you got to be shitting me, dog. Everything fucking head trauma. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know why they do that? Can I be honest? Can I give you some free game?
For a flag?
You know why they hold their head?
For an excuse of their own?
No. It's all a game, and I know for a fact because I'm involved in it. I don't know if I should tell you this or not, but I'm going to tell you guys free game on this. I wouldn't say it on my show yet. They hold their head so they can get workers' comp later on, brother. Free game right there. I'll drop the mic on that one.
I mean, now, is that a thing, Coach? As a coach, as players, especially as a coach, do you have a benefit plan, benefits when you leave? Is it when you're done, you're done? Like, a lot of people claim, oh, they make so much money, but a lot of people don't realize most NFL players are retired at what, 30, 32, 35? Most people work till 65.
I was in a workers' comp claim with the NFL, and I ended up getting a few dollars out of that deal. A lot of buddies of mine got it. Me and Brian Urlacher were actually talking about it the other day. He's got it. Like, there's a lot of workers' comp deals out there that the NFL filed a suit for back in 2016. I finally got my money in 19. I could have fought it off and got more, but I didn't because I didn't even want to sue. I didn't want to be involved in it, but my name was in it. So everybody that played and got an injury, we had to go through this battery test, basically not only psychic evaluations and mental aptitude tests, but we also just our full body, like getting CAT scanned fucking 20-something times, like just everything. And it took months and months and months. And so anyway, it was alarming to see how fucked up I was. It is alarming to see the people that are fucked up because you don't even realize it. Just getting hit, landing on that ground over and over and over the years. Like, dog, so when I stopped coaching, it's 19. So it's been 3 years now. Going on 4. It's the first years I've been off playing football or coaching it since I was 6 years old. So think about it. Coaching or playing. I'm 46. 40 years of being in the game. Every damn day, weekends, etc. Shit. Motherfucker should get retirement just on that on GP.
Right.
But we don't. So there's workers' comp deals out there going on right now that are big, and these lawyers and these managers, these money managers, when you got this much money, they know that their investment's the player, and these players are fucking dumb as rock, and they'll collect their money off in 6 months after they're retired. So guess what? Hold your head every time you get up. We got that film. We're going to file workers' comp claims in 10 years. And those are things that are revolving, and that's why the NFL has that players union, the slush money on the side, just so they can pay those fucking things off. So when Will Smith makes a movie called Concussion, the NFL is already knowing we're ready to pay for this one now. And now you got everyone coming to file concussion claims, CTE, blah, blah, blah. And I just was like, dog, I chose to play. I ain't suing nobody. My dad would roll over in his grave. You chose this motherfucker. Now you want to be a bitch and sue about it? That's just what we were. We grew up that way. I just not into lawsuits and shit. I want to sue Netflix a little bit now, but I just don't know if I can do it.
That's a better deal right there.
Yeah,
Coach, I got a quick question to kind of follow up on that. So you've been kind of out the coaching game for a minute now, and you have a lot of stuff going on in your personal life with the whole YouTube shit, whiskey, cigars. But every dog in this fucking world loves competition, and you've been in that world for the majority of your life. So how do you get that fix now? Competition.
Man, everything I do,
yourself.
I'm doing 30 things, and that's the competition. I think trying to be better at all those than anyone else. So now, figuring out, all right, if I'm going to do this shit, I might as well do it. So if I am going to say might as well do it, then I'm going to do it all in, and now I'm going to figure a way to be the best at it or whatever. So the competition's like, if you can't self-motivate, dog, you're never going to be shit in life. And if you need a motherfucker to motivate you every single day, then you're fucked. So if you can't self-motivate yourself, then I think you're kind of behind the eight ball. And if you can't figure out how to create your own goals, attain those goals, attack those goals, fucking write them on the fucking wall, on your mirror, whatever the fuck you got to do, refrigerator, I don't know. And if you need somebody to fucking, come on, man, get up, let's go, then I think you're pissing up a rope. Now, in saying that, it's always good to be motivated and shit like that, but the motivation comes from the growth. So the motivation comes from when you see the chat get to fucking 500 people, and now I want to get it to 1,000 people. Now I want to get it to 20,000 people. So I'm just gonna. That's the motivation. Motivating myself to see the growth is the motivation, and so that is the part where I'm at right now. So that's just it's a little slower than I like, because I like shit right away. I think Rome was built in a day. That's my motto.
Right. Now, any advice, Coach, if you could put yourself back to a maybe 22 to 28 years old, Coach JB, living in today's modern time, I think you'd be able to execute and use all the accessibilities that we have. What advice would you have to somebody that might want to take a risk, 22 to 28 years old?
I'd be dead. I'd be dead of AIDS or syphilis or something. I fucked too much, dog. I had too much pussy back in my dog. I'm bad. I was bad human. But I was good with women. I was good. I never disrespected them. Never did nothing bad. I just wasn't a good human, because I just loved females, and I loved them all. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. Every color, hair color, every fucking single thing. But having said that, nowadays, dog, you know STDs are at an all-time high. Nobody's talking about it. I don't think anyone wears rubbers anymore. Do they? It's
scary, Coach.
I don't.
It's scary, Coach.
And this Hector's right now live saying he don't. So that just tells you right now we're fucked.
I mean, I've been getting a consistent piece of ass for like 5 years now. So
it's to the point, Coach, now where if you're dating and you're about to go with someone, you almost have to ask, when's the last time you've been tested?
All right, let me ask you this. And if you believe that, dog, I'm never asking nobody that shit. Fuck.
Right, Coach, but
let me ask you this. Hector. I'm to Hector's point. All right. He just said I've had a consistent piece of ass for 5 years. How do you know they haven't?
I mean, that's a whole nother thing, though.
That's the problem. So look, I had a player. He missed a week of practice. One of my best players of all time. I said, "Where the fuck you been?" I told this story before. I said, "Where the fuck you been?" Coach, can I talk to you? I got burnt. I pissed and it was so bad. I was like razor blades. And I go, "Yeah, you got burnt. You got fucking chlamydia and gonorrhea. What's up?" He was like, "That's the thing, Coach." You know, I go, "Well, what's up? Who would you get it from?" He goes, I don't know. I only have my girl. I've only been with my girl. I've been with my girl for 5 years. And I felt so bad for this cat. He really doesn't realize. He did not understand. I said, "Homie, are you that fucking slow? Your girl is fucking around on you." So that is my world. And Capo, you gave me deja vu, dog. I just don't want that to happen to you, homie.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I don't trust anyone. So I hear you. You got a good point.
My theory is, listen, baby girl, you got to earn to feel what I really feel like. So we're going to have the rubber on until next time. You know what I'm saying?
And I hate rubbers, dog. They take all the feeling away. So
Exactly. I go caveman, you know. I'm not thinking about putting some fucking rubber shit on my fucking dick.
Not Coach. That's big time though, man. Because listen, think about how many players that have gone to Coach JB. Think about anybody that's watching this chat, your coach, your mentor. That's who you go to. You might want to talk to your parents, but you go to that coach. He's been through it. He's one person I can be real with. So influential. So that's big time, Coach. So he came to you and said, "Hey, man, I got burnt."
I've had the craziest conversations you've ever could imagine, man. You'll never even know. Miami lost, by the way. So, yeah, I've had some crazy conversations, dog. I've had some real crazy ones. But
and is that what you miss the most, Coach? Is the interaction with the kids?
Yeah, just the recruiting process and getting those kids. The recruiting process, the process of helping mold a kid. That's the real thing. It ain't nothing about wins and losses. It ain't nothing about none of that. It was about taking the field with those kids during practice, not even the games. Games were meaningless to me. It was about the practice, the week prep, the week with them, having all those situations. It wasn't about the actual game itself.
Right. I mean, and most great teams look at it like every practice should be our biggest game. Our two teams should be our biggest opponent each week.
Perfect practice makes perfect, not practice makes perfect.
Come on, Coach. You can't just drop free gems like that. I mean, we need to get on Capo's Discord or something. Charge motherfuckers for shit like that.
Yeah, I just made it up.
Now, real quick, Christian McCaffrey comes to California, San Francisco, Coach. Is that a big pickup? I mean, I know you might not be super big fan of the fragile man and Christian McCaffrey, but is that big time?
I don't know. If he plays and makes it, but if he don't play, what?
Yeah, just as a Falcon fan, seeing what Kyle Shanahan did,
it's a risk versus reward business. So I think the risk outweighs the reward on this one. All those picks, along with Trey Lance's picks, you had to give up already to get him. He's not playing. You're already in the up shit creek without a paddle. Now, what happens if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt 2 weeks from now? Like, I just don't know if you trade that many assets for a running back. Running backs nowadays you can find on the street.
And there's also like specialized running backs, like your receiving back, your blocking back. Like there's no bell cow.
Yeah, I don't think he's your 3rd and 1, your 3rd and inches power back.
It'll be crazy if they give up all of that shit and just use him for receiving only.
Hey, I was talking to Brian Mitchell today before you guys saw him on the show, because I was talking to him backstage. We were bullshitting for a while. And we were talking about some things that we weren't going to say on the show. But, dog, Barry Sanders never came out the game. Emmitt Smith never came out the game. Roger Craig never came out the game. Eric Dickerson, Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen never came out the game. Why do we have all of this bullshit now with a why do we have so much bullshit now as far as, he's third down. He's the third down back. Like, dog, I'm tired of hearing about this bullshit. Like, motherfuckers played every down. And to me, it made it a lot harder to scheme a guy that's every down back than it is the guy that comes in once a down. I'm fearing playing Eric Dickerson every down. I hope to God they don't throw this motherfucker the ball in the flat.
Right.
Like it almost becomes like so predictable. Oh, Mark Ingram is coming in for Alvin Kamara. They're gonna fucking punch it in down right up the hole.
Yeah, dog, it's bad, man. It's so analytical bullshit based. I can't stand this shit. It's hard to watch for me now.
Yeah, I was going nuts yesterday when they were putting in Mark Ingram. And then the week before that with the Broncos game, they picked up Latavius Murray fresh off the street. I mean, he did have a good game with the Saints, I think. And then he took over the whole second half. The second half, the game revolved around him. That shit was crazy.
Man, I'm just telling you. Like, this thing is like, that's one reason I would not totally shut down not coaching ever again, for the simple fact that I would come back and run an entirely different thing just to fuck with everybody. Like, I'm going to come back and go old school on cats, and my practices would be totally different, and we would bring football back to football, and then we would play you, and you guys they'd be so scared to play us because we'd be running fucking fullback ISO. And cats would be like, what the fuck is this? The linebackers would be like, fuck, I got to take on the running back now, the fullback? Dog, they don't want to do that shit no more.
Right, like a Mike Allstott. Would a Mike Allstott fucking dominate this league?
Dog, they don't want to play that right now. They don't want to play that. Like, it's been like a gentleman or a bitch's agreement is what I call it. It's been a bitch-ass made agreement that don't run no fullback sets, dog. We'll just run RPO and we'll stay feminine and fucking let's do that. Let's cover. Let's put nickel in. Like, dog, Kyler Murray, there's not even a linebacker on the fucking football field if you saw me watching film today. There's not a linebacker on the field today. It's all nickel. It's all safeties, corners. Like, are you shitting me?
Are the Patriots still doing that?
What?
Like that type of offense, like a good defense, good line, and they'll run the ball.
They're more traditional right now because I don't know if they're OC. I mean, they're doing a decent job with Matt Patricia and them. I mean, if you're a legitimate football coach, you can call offense and defense. I think I can go to either side of the football and be fine. Guys like Matt McChesney can go to either side of the football and be fine. There's some guys out there, not a lot of them nowadays. These young coaches, they have no fucking idea. They just think they want to do the glamour and glitz shit. Oh, I want to call RPO. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the fucking front is. You don't even know shit about defense. And that's the day. That's what we live in now. We live in these guys now that are just doing that shit.
And I heard you, Coach, break a huge gem down that you said if it's going to be an offensive coordinator, year one, you're going to go coach DBs. You're going to learn the other thing that you're going to coach on. That way you're well-rounded. That's missing.
Oh, yeah. That's all I hired at Indy. So when I hired grad assistants at Indy and interns and shit, I put them out of their comfort zone. So I hired them as something. And when they got to campus, I said, listen, good job. Thanks for coming over. You're going to coach DBs. What, coach? Yeah, you are. You're a wideout guy, right? Yeah. Then you know how to cover a wideout, motherfucker. Now go learn how to play corner. And you're going to learn that. And then, dog, I got guys texting me to this day, like, Coach, that's the greatest thing you ever did to me. Like, now these motherfuckers, two of them are coaching defense at Division I level. And they were an offensive guy, never thought about going to defense. And the only way, let me ask you something. In order to beat the law, what must you know?
The law.
Fucking right. So how are you going to beat offense if you don't know defense?
Period, Coach. That's missed right now.
How you gonna shut an offense down if you don't know offense? How are you gonna kill a defense if you don't know defense? So you gotta be well-rounded, man. It is what it is. Can't beat the law if you don't know the law. Like, it's asinine for cats to think that they can do this and that when they don't really know. That's why I hate when the young generation tells me, you're the old man on the thing, da-da-da. The problem is you should have some type of fucking respect for the fact that I lived your generation and you did not live in mine. I've lived in both. I don't understand how hard that is to grasp. I get there's different nuances and changes and shit like that, and the world's different. But I've been in both generations, if not 3 of them now. So I don't understand how motherfuckers tell you, you don't know what you're talking about. Motherfucker, you haven't even lived in these experiences, and life is experience-based. It ain't about no degree. It ain't about nothing about, it's hands-on, what's tangible, what you can get your hands on and learn on the run, on the fly, and make chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad.
Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, no degree.
Say what?
All experience. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, 2 of the richest guys. If you think money rules the world, no degree. Out the mouth.
Guys, I got no degree.
The NFL is also incentivizing, and they're for you skipping the line. They're giving out draft picks and some other shit if you hire a minority. Doesn't matter who the fuck they are. You hire a minority, you're getting compensated for it. You know the numbers. Okay, you're skipping the line. You're a female. Okay, you're skipping the line. They're a part of the problem.
Speaking on skipping the line, and you know me, if I'm slurring the words a little bit, I apologize. It's that slap dick, okay, certified, super smooth, Coach JB. God damn. Jalen Rose broke something down, Coach. What are your opinions on the fact that the predominantly white sport, baseball, is the only one that you can go from high school and get drafted? The football, the basketball sports, you cannot do that. What's going on there?
Baseball is a white sport?
I guess that's what he was kind of breaking it down as. I don't believe that, but he was just kind of saying the predominantly black sports, football, basketball, you have to go to college. You cannot go straight to it. But baseball is the only sport, I believe, that you can go straight to high school to the pros.
I don't think you can go to the pros either. I don't think you can go to the pros in baseball either.
You could get drafted, but the thing with baseball, though, is that you also have like kids coming out of Venezuela, Dominican Republic. Yep. That the college is not a fucking thing. There's no colleges over there.
Hold on, if Jalen Rose really said that, he should be fucking castrated and slapped. So look, this is the number one. First of all, baseball, you can get drafted. That doesn't mean you go to the major leagues. You go minor leagues. So basketball out of high school, you can go overseas and play in minor league basketball too. So there's a wash right there, number one. Number 2, baseball is furthest thing from white. It is fully ran by Dominican Republic, and it's not even black. People are ignorant. They think black players are playing baseball. They're not even black. They're fucking Dominican from Venezuela, Dominican Republic, all these different places. And that's why Compton College 25 years ago had the Dodgers and Angels in Major League Baseball put in a baseball facility that is off the chain. In 1998, when they put it in, when I was there, it was like unbelievable, right? And it was to draw African-American black kids to play baseball. That's how bad baseball is in the black community. Nobody wants to play baseball. So people think, there's a lot of blacks playing. They're not black just because they have black skin. So cats are so ignorant with this shit that they don't understand. And the other thing is why you should slap the fuck out of Jalen Rose if you see him. If you go to play football out of high school and you go to the fucking NFL, you will die.
Yes.
You fucking dummy. You fucking dumbass. You will die at 17 years old getting over the middle.
I didn't even think about that.
God damn.
You would, though.
Wake the fuck up, you fucking. That's the woke. That's the woke people talking. You know what I'm saying?
That's real though, Coach. That's real though, Coach. And I mean, and Coach breaks down we're giving the Ferrari to the kid that hasn't driven yet. He doesn't have a license yet. We're giving him the keys to the Ferrari. Especially football. You got to become a man. This is a man's league. Shout out to Ray Lewis. This is a man's league. You got to become a man just because you're great. No more? Not no more, coach?
Nah, it ain't a man's league no more, dog. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Back in the day, we used to clown Shaq and them for saying that they could play football because we were like, dude, Steve Atwater would fucking melt you over the middle. Nowadays, Shaq could probably play and dominate football because, dog, nobody's going to hit him.
LeBron at tight end.
LeBron James back 20 years ago would have got fucking melted over the middle by Sean Taylor, Andre Waters, fucking Steve Atwater, fucking, I can name a million of them. Bobby Fuller, everyone would have hit him. Roy Williams, fucking, everybody would have melted that dude. Nowadays, dog, motherfuckers ain't going to hit him. They're not going to hit him no more.
And that's what I break down to my friends when we compare, quarterbacks from this era to the old eras, the Aikmans, the Marinos, the Elways. They could not throw certain passes over the middle because they were not going to risk their receiver getting fucking killed. Where today, they're throwing any pass that's open.
Dog, I've never seen football like this. I'm going to break it. I can't wait. I got this film now. I can't wait to dive into this. But I'm going to tell you, I literally watch football now. A receiver, the ball is going to be way late, and the receiver now don't even cringe. He don't even trip. He stops, turns around, walks back, nothing. Back in our day, motherfucker would I'm just saying, like, back in the day, like, wideouts and quarterbacks, we used to beef all the time. JB, you set me up, dog. I got fucked up. You set me up. Dog, there ain't no setup no more. Like, motherfuckers are setting them up, and the receivers don't even trip. And they just stop. The DB stops. There's no – we'd have got banged back in the day for doing that. Like, that's your fuck up. You fucked up, dog. Like, you're getting melted, dog. And no more. It's so fucking soft. It's so hard to watch this pussy sphincter shit.
And just look at the body types. I don't know if you saw Capo, but Coach broke down the body types. We don't see the Steve Smiths, the big-time receivers that we see. We got DK Metcalf. We got A.J. Brown. That's about it. There used to be big body T.O. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, bro.
Even with,
even the little bodies. The little bodies back in the day had to be fucking swollen yoked to even play in the league. Nowadays, look at Smith with the Eagles, Deshaun Jackson's and them. Even when Deshaun Jackson came out, he was kind of chiseled and shit, and because he was so light in the ass. Dog, these cats don't have no investment in this thing. They're not investing their body, like your body and your temple.
Michael Pittman, running back for the Buccaneers. Where's one of those these days?
Yeah, used to be ripped up. Like, dog, Bo Jackson. Like, these motherfuckers, Herschel Walker and Tony Dorsett, these motherfuckers was yoked. Like, by the way, Herschel Walker might be the dumbest human on fucking planet Earth.
Oh, man. God damn. Let's not get started on that. We might get taken down. God damn. That motherfucker there.
Oh. And I don't give a fuck right wing, left wing, fucking right, red, blue. I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker is as dumb as a rock. He needs to go somewhere and shut the fuck up.
So now today's NFL, Capo, JB, and speak about in the old days, back in the primetime days.
Hey, by the way, that motherfucker is going to be one of your guys' fucking governors or some shit. That's how bad we are.
No way. Not a chance.
It doesn't matter to me.
Is the offense running the league these days or the defense running the league? And back in the heyday, was it the offense or the defense?
Back in the day, it was the best man won. Now, it's the softest bitch made cat wins. There's no defense or offense no more. There's no fucking, like, dog, we can't hit you no more on defense. There's so many rules catered to offense, but yet we have the worst offensive production we've had in 20 years. So I don't understand how the fuck this is all. How do we get to this point? Like, I don't get it. Nobody's fucking breaking this down. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck can you sit here and tell me that we are in the softest era. We can't belt the crosser. We can't reroute nobody. We can't bump and run nobody. We can't hit the quarterback. We can't cut an O lineman or a D lineman. And yet we have the worst offensive production we've had in fucking 20 years. Like, something's wrong.
Something's got to be wrong, Coach.
For sure. You can even like, it's crazy because you can almost like looking at it from like the outside. It's almost like now some plays are kind of tailored to the long ball. It could be tailored to getting a flag. So there's 3 options. You can get a flag for pass interference, you can catch it, or you don't catch it. 2 of those 3 options benefit the offense.
What benefit equal that to society? What does that mean? What are we asking for? Instant gratification, enabled, and give me a handout. I don't want to work for it. I don't want to go get it. Do you think we were throwing the ball like the Raiders did on 4th and 1 when 2 dumbasses hit each other 40 yards down the field? Or do you think we'd have run fucking dive? Do you think we'd have ran quarterback sneak? Like, dog, we earned it. We were ready to go bang and get the yard. Like, this is what we used to practice. Now we're throwing 40-yard routes to get a PI. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're enabled.
Insane.
Instant gratification. We want everything handed to us. And that is what it is. It ain't, dog, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke right now. It's a mockery. Denver up in Golden State's ass.
Right. Coach just said Denver, one of the best defenses in the league, but they're also one of the worst teams in the league.
I don't get it. It's fucking crazy. No, I'm watching Denver get up in Golden State's ass right now. Draymond Green's another dumb motherfucker.
Coach, you told Mac McChesney Denver Nuggets not that good. They're a solid basketball team, especially with fucking their point guard back healthy. They're a real deal.
What have they done?
Nothing.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that shit.
It's hard to talk to a Lakers fan with goddamn so many rings.
Hey, Marcellus, me and Marcellus talk all the time. JB, got you 9 out of 10. Like, so fucking what? How many rings you got? Like, how many banners are in Staples Center? I don't understand the logic in that shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, what in the fuck has the Denver Nuggets won? They haven't even been in the finals. A little less a ring. Like, what did the Clippers won? They haven't even been in the finals. Like, how the fuck can you claim them?
But when Murray's healthy, the Nuggets are real. Jokic out there, I mean, it's a big year for them. They got to do it.
Man, if I had 2 Brazilian bitches in my jacuzzi right now, I'd be fucking them. But what? Guess what? I'm not. I don't have them here. So that's the thing. We keep talking about this shit that could have been, should have been, would have been shit. I ain't never lived that way. I've never made $1 in my life on a could have been.
Now, on that could have been, Coach, I think everybody agrees Aaron Rodgers, one of the best ball spinners, one of the real quarterbacks in this league. If all is said and done right now, he ends his career today with 1 ring, Coach. Is he a greatest of all time? Or is it a could have been, should have been scenario?
No, there's no could have been or should have been in my life. I don't live that way. Aaron Rodgers isn't on my Mount Rushmore. I've said it on my show because he hasn't. He's a great ball spinner. I said he's probably number 1 all time, number 1 or 2 right there, Marino. But dog, he I don't know if he really has the it factor because he's lost games where he shouldn't have solely on himself. He fucked that game off against Tampa a few years ago. He fucked that game off against the Niners twice in the playoffs.
Couldn't beat Atlanta.
Atlanta once. I'm telling you, dog, I'm on to something. If Matt Stafford wins another one, I would really argue I'd put him ahead of him.
2 rings. I mean, hey, Coach.
It ain't
Then
just
you
about
can always
winning.
go Lions and Packers. I mean,
It ain't always just about the Super Bowl and shit. I get it. Like, in my criteria, you got to be a ball spinner with skill set. You got to be able to win. You got to be able to win games and put them on your back and win games. And you got to play through some adversity and injuries. Stafford checks all the boxes. I think Rodgers checks the boxes, but he's still debatable to me. And right now, him and Stafford have the same amount of rings, but there's a huge outlier out there. And one of them played in the shittiest organization in fucking sports for 10 years. The other one didn't. And the one guy leaves the shittiest organization 1 year and wins the Super Bowl. So
right. One had Clay Matthews, AJ Hawk.
Like, how many years do you think that motherfucker could have? How many titles you think he could have won if he was anywhere else? I don't know, dog. It's something to think about.
Shout out to Joe Cord in the chat. Eli Manning's got 2 already.
Hey, Eli
know?
Manning is a 1%er, dog. I talk about it all the time. People can talk all that shit they want. Eli Manning's a fucking 1%er, regardless of it, contrary to people's belief. He is a 1%er, dog.
Gotta be. I mean, and he did it in the Giants organization.
Very underrated as a passer. I mean, let me just tell you that. Number one. Number two, he won 2. Number 3, he played in an era of, I believe, probably the best quarterback era. So his brother, Brady, Favre, Rivers.
Favre, baby.
I mean, I can keep going on and on. All the quarterbacks that played in his era.
Capo, man, we got to go at JB real quick. One time, we got to give a current QB versus a back then QB, and who is better right now. So I mentioned Jake Delhomme, and Coach told me he's taking Jake Delhomme over guys today. Jake Delhomme went to the Super Bowl with the Panthers, I believe. So back then, with Carson Palmer, Jake Delhomme, Drew Brees, right? Who are some of the other guys that are maybe not the best QBs, but
hey,
yeah, I was gonna say Big Ben.
I'll tell you right now, if Carson Palmer is in the league right now, he's probably number 1, 2, or 3 in the league.
I'd agree.
Carson Palmer should be a Hall of Famer in my opinion. He's one of the best quarterbacks skill set wise of all time. I had his brother Jordan on my show, and I've known them a long time. Carson is a legitimate. Like, his injuries fucked him a little bit, or he would have probably, who knows what he could have did. Who knows what he could have did even more in Arizona. And then since he was balling out of control. I think he was unbelievably good. He'd be better than every fucking quarterback in the NFL right now. Arguably, you can argue with Rodgers, Brady, Allen, Mahomes, and fucking that's it. Shit. I don't think there's anyone else he's not better than.
Carson Palmer. I mean, the duel between him and Aaron Rodgers. It was a huge game. They went crazy. Aaron Rodgers had a crazy last-minute throw, 2 touchdowns. Carson Palmer came out the winner. Larry Fitzgerald late. That's somebody that gets overlooked, Coach. A lot of people mention Kurt Warner and shit, but Carson Palmer?
Yeah, Carson was a dude. Carson was a dude. There's a lot of them, though, dog. There's so many. There ain't a quarterback in this era right now other than Rodgers and Brady, Stafford. I would say Stafford in there. That could have played back then. Not in my opinion.
So would you say the back then QBs were more game managers and today they're trying to be more playmakers?
Nah, they weren't game managers. They were gamers. We got guys that let the game come to them now. We used to go get the game. There's a huge difference.
Jay Cutler, Phillip Rivers.
Cutler didn't have the it factor. He had a lot of he had big arm, big talent. He was an underachieving cat. He was another bust like a Ryan Leaf and all those guys, in my opinion. He was better than Ryan, but he still could have been a lot better talent wise. There's so many quarterbacks, dog, that played back then that were so good that people don't even talk about because they weren't the flashy guy, but they were so legit at their job. Nowadays, we got these flashy, athletically gifted freaks. They can't play dead in the Western movie. Like, it's fucking unbelievable. They're horrible.
Right? I mean, as a big Falcon fan, Coach, I was a huge Vic fan, but at one point, our backup, Matt Schaub, was a better QB for our team when he came in the game. I'm just going to tell you. You know what I mean?
Back too. Matt was good. Chris Chandler was legit. I had Finnerman on my show. Finnerman, fuck, he talked about how good Chandler was. Like, Jeff George back in the day. There was a lot of dudes that could spin it, man, that were legit. Like, there was a lot of
McNabb was throwing that bitch deep.
Look at my boy Brad Johnson, Tampa, Rich Gannon. Like, dog, there were some dudes back in the day that these guys now couldn't hold a candle to them.
When the Jets selected Wilson, I was talking to my boy who's like a big Jets fan. I was kind of clowning him a little bit. I'm like, I'm not going to say anything until I see him take a hit in the NFL because he kind of looks like a small dude. And, like, it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter if you can take a hit or not.
So, Coach, who are you taking on your offense, Brad Johnson or Jared Goff?
Oh, Brad Johnson.
Wow.
I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. I'll be back in 2.
Absolutely, brother.
Close.
Because you know, both are not the top tier quarterback in the league. Both have been to the Super Bowl. One won it, one lost it. Jared Goff, Brad Johnson. That's the difference of eras, in my opinion, Coach.
Yeah, Brad Johnson didn't have nowhere near the same talent. He had some decent guys, but Goff had a loaded team. I mean, they couldn't produce shit. They got schemed. He allowed them to get schemed. You couldn't scheme Elway and them. They were going to make a way. Favre, those guys are going to make a way. Nowadays, and they just got beat out. Jim Kelly, like I said, Jim Kelly's not my top 10. Matt McChesney has him in his top 10, not in mine. He's a nutty, gutty fucking dude you want to coach all day. He's a guy you want him to be you want him to be your quarterback, your leader. Fucking beats cancer 20 times or whatever. I mean, this guy's a fucking rider, right? The problem is he never could get it done when it mattered and counted. And that is where I find that's why I was like, I can't put him in my top 10. And he just didn't have the ball skill set. He didn't have the skill set to be there either without winning. Dan Marino had the skill set, so you can put him in there. So there's like a difference. That's why the criteria that I use, you have to be elite, you have to be a winner, and you got to be a leader and a nutty gutty it factor having guy. So Jim Kelly checks a lot of those boxes, but he wasn't elite and he didn't win. So right. I can't put him in my top 10.
Yeah, to me, I always look at like rings get you to the table, and then how you play, switching eras dictates how well you are versus the other ones. But the rings and the winning get you to that table. So if you haven't won, you're not at this table.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Marino's the only guy that's at the table.
Gotta be.
You know, Warren Moon's on the outside looking in. Like, there's a couple guys that didn't get it done. Like, that's like the argument with Barkley in the NBA. Like, he's at the table with me because of what he was. He's 6'4", and he used to dunk on David Robinson and Shaq. Like, this is a different human. Like, he's just a different dude. Barkley in his day, dog, was I've never seen anyone like him. Not to this day. I've never seen Zion, all them. Dog, Barkley was another motherfucker, I'm telling you. Again,
okay, so
you
Capo,
can't tell me Coach Zion not better. You didn't see Barkley play, you dumb fuck. That's what people don't understand. Like, I saw them both. How are you gonna tell me? Like, that's what people don't get. Like, shut the fuck up. You're watching Nintendo games, motherfucker.
Barkley was different. So now I'm gonna give you 3 QBs, okay? Past era, today. Capo, Coach JB, who you taking? Dante Culpepper, Donovan McNabb, Steve McNair, rest in peace. Old era. Or are we going with Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, the old one. And I don't even like the old one, but I'm taking the old one.
That was such a layup question for Coach.
Yeah, that's fucking. Culpepper to me was just a big old freak, threw from the pocket, could throw it all over the park, but he never was that guy. McNabb was very, very smart, had a big arm, was very accurate, good, solid-ass Q. I mean, this motherfucker was legit, but he never got it done and never was elite, really. He was really, really good. And then, who'd you say the other one was? Vic?
Culpepper, McNabb, and Steve McNair. I didn't throw my boy Vic in there because he's a game changer. Let's leave him out.
I like McNair too, but McNair never had a season.
So we'll go Vic instead. We can go Vic instead because he'll be the Lamar Jackson.
I'm going to take the old era because this new era, besides Mahomes, is absolute shit, and they haven't really done nothing yet. And I'm still waiting to see if Mahomes is the guy. Everyone wants to anoint him after fucking 3 or 4 years when we have yet to see him really write his resume. But we're going to see. Mahomes could be the guy. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm not saying
he is. But, Coach, if you're the coach, if you could get Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes or Jalen Hurts, You're telling me you'd rather coach Dante Culpepper or Steve McNair or Donovan McNabb or Mike Vick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you talking about in the park out in the street, or are you talking about in an NFL football game?
NFL football game, you're the head coach. You're working with them. Who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking McNabb, Vick. I'm taking those cats because they can throw. They understand coverage. They know what the protections are. They can get me out of a bad play. These other cats, I got to fucking devise plays that are completely in. I have to hope and wish and shit in one hand and wish in the other one that this fucking defense is not ready for this particular play, where the other one can get me out of a bad play that I've called. I got to have at least the option to get out of it. These guys don't even know what the fuck's going on out here. They don't even know what's going on. Just telling
Capo, who are you taking as your team? You taking the new guys or the old school guys? That's crazy to me to hear a coach say that. You know, I think I would have thought he would have taken the younger guys of today and molded them, because I don't think the other guys could do what today's guys can do. But coach is saying he'd rather have the old guys.
I think I'm gonna go to the grave with Kyler Murray, man. That's who I want on my team.
Capo's lying through his teeth. I know.
Yeah, real quick though, Coach Wydoe, the rest of the chat, cheers.
Always cheers, man. I appreciate anybody tuning in, man, to this Wydoe podcast, episode 27. You know, we got Capo in here, Hector, the real Coach JB. I'm a little drunk here. I'm feeling great off this slapdick whiskey. I appreciate anybody tuning in live. We keeping it rolling, man. We is here as long as we can be.
That's a tough question for me though, because I wasn't really into the NFL with some of those quarterbacks that you talked about. But in terms of an entertainment standpoint and creativity, I think it'll be cool having a guy like Lamar Jackson. But in terms of what I can do with them, that's a tough question to answer.
Hey, Wydoe, you said that you don't think Culpepper, McNabb, and Vick could do what Lamar, Hurts, and whoever else you said could do. I agree. They can't do what they could do. But they could do the same things that they can do, plus throw the football where these other guys cannot do. So, I'd rather have the thing that can get me out of a bad play, complete a football to a receiver that's open, rather than take a sack, get possibly injured because they run around all the time and when receivers are wide open, and be coachable and willing to learn and do what the fuck we need done to win. Those guys were ultimate leaders. These guys are ultimate followers that are athletically freaks of nature. And Mazzoni said it on my show last week better than anything. You got athletes that play quarterback, and you got quarterbacks that are athletes. That is the difference. And we have a bunch of fucking athletes right now trying to play quarterback. And there's a huge difference than quarterbacks that are athletic.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I agree with you, Coach, because I think at the end of the day, when someone like Coach JB tells you it's reality, you know, the Lamars, the Jalen Hurts.
Let me break something down real quick for everybody out there listening that calls me a hater when I talk about Lamar and Kyler and all these. So what is it? We grew up in the thing we said, eye in the sky don't lie, right? We grew up in that era. That's a real thing, right? Eye in the sky don't lie. You got caught on camera stealing a candy bar, you went to jail because you got caught on camera. It's facts, right?
Yep.
It's a factual evidence that you got caught on camera. You got caught on camera smashing and grabbing, right? You got caught. It's eye in the sky don't lie. Now, what the fuck is the difference in the film then? Am I lying when I show Lamar Jackson on film absolutely looking like hammered dog shit? Am I lying and hating that Kyler Murray can't fucking throw a hitch ball on time to a tight end over the middle? Is that lying film? Are you telling me the fucking film's lying now? I just want that to sit in with you guys out there that think that I'm just out here hating when the fucking eye in the sky don't lie. The film tells the truth. It is the ultimate truth serum. So how is it that I'm a hater? I don't get it. I never thought about that way until just now. But I'm just letting you know, like, how the fuck can we say this, and this is true? Because I seen it. I saw it. I saw the tweet. But now the film is a lie? Because I said it? No. You just don't like me, motherfuckers.
Coach, you know how easy it is for these fucks to rebuttal you with just saying, "Oh, you're a hater," because that's all they can say. That's the easy, lazy response that any of those fucks that don't have a clue. That's all they can argue. You're a fucking hater, Coach. That's it.
Oh no, they don't have anything behind it though.
No, and I think you might have to just, Coach, it's easy to find out what everyone did bad and shit, but I think maybe, Coach, you might have to drop a 1 or 2 videos of a great quarterback play showing, because a lot of people see a great throw, but they don't see the in-depth what's going on like Coach JB does. So maybe you need to break down a great quarterback play. Might only be one.
That's the right. People always hit me up. I get millions of DMs about, you a hater, you're a negative. I've never seen someone so negative. Can you show good play? Or can you talk about a good person? No, because that's expected in my world. That's the easy part. Like, that's expected. Why am I going to show you that? You don't know what the fuck I'm showing you any fucking way, dumb fuck. So I'm not going to show you Tom Brady lighting your ass up for 400 yards. Why? It's already out there. Like, I'm showing you why this guy can't do what Tom Brady does. I don't need to show you what Tom Brady does. It's already fucking evident. He's got 7 rings, you dumb fucks.
Now, Coach, I know you like your Rams. I know you like Stafford. Why the fuck does he keep doing the no-look passes? He's looking this way and throwing this way. I think it's for fucking no reason. Why are we doing that so much?
All right, hold on. Time out, though. Understand something. Mahomes ain't the guy that started that. Stafford is. Okay. So I want you to know that. Stafford started doing that shit 12 years ago. And you can find him on YouTube doing it. So Stafford's been doing that shit for a long, long time because his team was so fucking bad in Detroit, he had to. So he's been doing that way before Mahomes. So people need to go fucking check themselves and figure that out, number one. Number two, now he's starting to do it too much and he's getting gimmicky on it because he's not trusting something. I don't know what it is. But I wish McVay, and my buddy's a wideout coach there, I wish McVay would boot him out some more, get him on the edge, get him on the move, get him on the run, more than just sitting in the pocket dead ass, because I don't think their O-line's any good. They're hurt, they're injured, and they don't have the other wideout right now. So they're missing some things, and especially they have no back threat to hold anybody in the pocket for running play action and shit like that. You need a back threat. They don't have Todd Gurley no more. They don't have, even the bitch made Cam Akers. They don't have these guys that are threats. So now it's all Stafford. Now let's load the box. Let's bail out. Let's fuck with his head. Let's give him false reads, false keys, and now he's a sitting duck. I'd get him on the move, give him an option, and I would do that. That's just me speaking. I'm not saying I know what they're doing there. Obviously, McVay's won a Super Bowl. I'm just saying they need to do a few things differently. They're doing more Goff style of offense right now. When Goff was there, instead of what they did last year with Stafford, they need to get back to that, in my opinion.
I've heard a couple things about OBJ coming back. I think Sean McVay said a little something about trying to get him back in there.
Yeah, I think he's still going to be a Ram at the end of the day. I know he's tweeting out shit about the Giants and all that, but I don't know. I don't know if Dable takes him, number one. I don't know if he can fit it. I don't know if they can get him. Galladay's paid regardless, so I think they're strapped. I don't know if they can get him. The Rams are just willing to give up whoever to win a Super Bowl every year. So in a couple of years, I think the Rams are going to be absolute dog shit because of it. But again, they're a 1%er because they got a Super Bowl already. So you can't really say nothing. I mean, they got what they wanted to get, and that's just the bottom line. They got a Super Bowl, so who cares? And it's ironic when you heard about Aaron Donald trying to retire and McVay talking about retiring, because they're like, fuck it, 35-year-old coach retiring? Like, right. That tells you the mindset of what's going on with these players, these owners, and this era. Like, if they're trying to get out at 35 years old, something's wrong.
You hit on Todd Gurley, okay? That's a little close to my heart, Coach. We got
That's
him
right.
as prime Todd Gurley coming from the Rams to Atlanta. He just went off the radar.
I was with that cat a few weeks ago having drinks, dog, just on a random thing. He was at a bar that I was at. It was funny.
MVP of the league, coach, to out of the league.
Yeah, that's running back 101. I'd say it every day on my show. Running back's a dime a dozen, dog. You can find them on the street. They don't last very long either. That's why you don't pay for them. I would never have paid for McCaffrey. I would have never paid for Saquon Barkley. I would never pay for these dudes. I don't think you get the return. And running backs are a dime a dozen, dog. They're easy to find. You can find them all over the place. So I don't know. That's why the Rams security calls me all the time about one of my right now playing college, and that's why they want to know about him, because he's a risk.
So what do you think about like the Cowboys situation when you got a Zeke who's you've paid him, he's your guy, but then you got a Pollock who's balling out? Do you keep the two of them, or do you try to get the one running back that you keep and you stay consistent with?
Nah, see, that's a good problem to me. That's fire and ice right there. Like you can use that to your advantage. A lot of teams don't have that 1-2 punch. Both of them can do similar things. Pollard's a younger, more slashing and dynamic kid right now. But Zeke's, you can use them both at the same time. You can use them in the backfield together. There's some things you could do with those guys. That's not a comparable deal compared to these other guys now. Like these other guys don't have that dynamic. I haven't seen that dynamic on any team right now. That's the best dynamic in my opinion, besides Chubb and Hunt. But then that is still there's no Pollard there. Hunt's not Pollard, but Hunt's more Chubb than Pollard, but he's also got a little bit of wiggle in him. So like, I don't know, it's tough. That's a dynamic I think can work for you if you reuse it right.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Zeke gets so much fucking hate, but you can run him to the ground if you want to. You could run him to the ground.
Yeah, you can get him going. Pollard, you can do a lot of things with him too. See, Pollard's more durable. You can bang Pollard still because he's thick enough, unlike Christian McCaffrey. You can't bang McCaffrey like you could Pollard. Pollard can take it.
Right.
I like what they did. I like what the Cowboys did after that Bucks loss week 1. Week 1 against the Bucks, they had Zeke as the featured back, and then they would put Pollard in there third and long to catch a fucking pass. So it made the offense so predictable. But ever since then, Pollard was going in there like down number 1, first down. He'll be in there just to kind of give the offense a new look. He wasn't just going in there to catch fucking passes. If you look at Tony Pollard's game log from like the past 4 games, he's not catching balls anymore. He's fucking running, and he's gaining. He's breaking off some decent runs, like 20 yards, 30 yards. I really like what they're doing there, and I'm curious to see how that changes with Dak coming back this week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know, man. I think the Lions are going to win the game for some reason.
They're not a bad team, Coach.
The Lions are going to beat the Rams. I mean, the Cowboys some way, and then Cooper Rush is going to be trending again.
There's some very interesting games this week. The Giants are dogs again, Coach, against the Jags.
I'm rocking with the Giants every week right now until they prove me otherwise, and I'm sticking to my guns. I'm still sticking with the Colts and Denver too, because I just can't renege. That's what I chose. But
and we know you're a big Jones fan, Daniel Jones fan, Coach. But is it more so this year because of Coach Dable or because of Daniel Jones?
Dable. I said it before the year. I was like, that's the guy that Jones needed. That's the guy Jones needed to get some fundamental foundation, which he has not had. Now he's going to have it with Dable, as I predicted he would, because Dable's going to be there now. We know he's there for a while. So that is what Daniel Jones needed. And now he has it, I think. And Daniel's not blowing the barn off the fucking place. He's not back there ripping it, but he's going to get better and better and better. And Daniel Jones has a lot of upside, and it's just going to take some time, but now he has foundation. So that is why I said what I said, and that's what's happening in my opinion.
Yeah, White, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No worries, brother. And Coach has always been a big person that says, New York, when the Knicks, when the Giants, when the Jets are good, it's better for the league. Coach, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, the Knicks are bad as fuck. I don't know what their deal is. They should have traded for a star. They should have traded for a star. But you can't have – how do you have – Randall's not he's not a box office guy. How do you not have a star in New York? Like L.A. and New York got to have stars. L.A. and New York has to have stars. Miami, you can argue they need a star too. You can argue Boston. How do the Knicks not have a star? I don't know.
And I think the star in Miami is Pat Riley at the end of the day. I think the Knicks need somebody like that.
Who, by the way, is a Knick.
Right.
Like, that's the thing about it. Like, as the owner, how are you, Dolan, how are you okay with not having a star for this long? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. And you got Spike Lee, you got the star-studded lineup that comes in there all the time. Charles Oakley no longer goes in there, but that's just the shit show you have. Like, it's crazy to me. Hey.
And to be honest, Coach, like I know you've broke that down a lot. I don't think the Knicks are that important to be that great of a franchise like the Giants and the Jets are. That's just my opinion. Because the NBA is run by players, not so much teams. I think the NFL is more so team-based. The Giants and the Jets, if they're balling out, hey, it's a different league now.
Maybe. Maybe you're right, but the Knicks are still more box office than, I would argue, they still have championships. They're still, like, lore in New York. Like,
still New York.
I don't know. The Knicks and the Giants, they've all won championships, but what do you, like, you hear the Giants and you hear the Knicks. Like, who do you say is the bigger name?
To be honest, probably the Giants, Coach. They got them 2 rings with Eli, put the city on the map. I mean, the Knicks are just the Knicks, but besides Melo shooting it down, I mean, they haven't been relevant in a long time.
And Giants got more than that. They got Lawrence Taylor, and they've won rings way back with Phil Simms and Hostetler too. So they've got rings. Now the Knicks got rings way back. Phil Jackson,
way back.
So Wes Unsfield, Jeff Jackson, and fucking all those dudes. Hey, but they haven't won in so long. Even the Charlie Ward era. Hey, even Charlie Ward and them when they were good.
Charlie Ward.
With John Starks and all them, fuck, it's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know. The Knicks aren't really as relevant, but the Giants have just been out the loop so long. Now they're, right now they're seemingly back, but are they really back? We don't know yet.
Yeah, I have the thing about the Giants that I kind of have trouble with is if they are winning, so you can't really like talk too much shit, but some of the games that they're winning, their leading receiver on the team has like 30, 40, 50 yards. So is that sustainable?
It is in this league. That's what I'm saying. That's why you don't have to do the things we used to do. Now you could do this half-ass shit and get away with it. Like these receivers, you don't even need a receiver no more, like, to be good. Like, it's fucking crazy.
And also the thing too, Coach, that you talked about defenses not being ready for a running back to consistently run down their throat. That's what they're doing with Saquon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're running Saquon more than any other team, which I thought the Colts were going to do with Taylor.
Right.
And that didn't work out. Hey, and something's wrong with that guy because there's no way.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's interesting. I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how it all unfolds in New York, man. Because the scariest part to me with the Giants is Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon Barkley gets hurt. Daniel Jones is not ready yet to take that thing over, as a fucking, Troy Aikman and fucking damn like he's not that guy yet.
Right.
So if Barkley gets hurt, they're fucked.
He leads the NFL right now in attempts at 119. Right, the top 3 running backs in attempts this year is Saquon Barkley 1, Nick Chubb number 2, and Miles Sanders number 3.
This motherfucker Ash, dog, he tries to get in the jacuzzi with me all the time. This motherfucker's crazy. That's his daddy. His Stogie used to never let me in without coming in. This motherfucker, he gets too hot in there. Yeah, Miles Sanders is doing good too. Again, teams that are rushing the football are winning. Well, Cleveland's not, but the teams that are rushing the football the most is winning right now. You guys hungry?
Now, Coach, what do you say to the people that say, obviously your take is today's the worst NFL, the worst quarterbacks, the softest league. But what do you say to the people that say today's NFL is the best we've ever seen? The best, diverse, great teams. Anybody can win it. Today's the best NFL we've ever seen. Are they crazy, Coach?
They're fucking idiots. They're absolutely fucking retarded. Yeah, they're idiots, dog. There's no way in the world that you could sit here and tell me that this is the best NFL we've ever had. Like, if you're saying that, again, goes to my point. You haven't seen the eras. You're only seeing what's here. And it's ignorant to make a statement about something that you haven't lived in. Get out of here. So, like, unless you've seen the eras, then you can't – I don't know how you can comment on them. Like, I can't comment on Joe Namath's era. I didn't watch enough of it. So, like, how can I say that team was the best Jet team? Like, I don't know. Hey, let's go.
Coach, I think I know the answer to this question, but like these flags that these fucking refs are throwing too, like it just kills the flow of the game. And like, was that the same shit back in the day? Even the stupid shit like a false start or some dumb shit like that. Like what the fuck? Like, what's going on with that shit?
Wait, say it again.
So I like I said, I think I know the answer to this question, but like, were the flags a problem back then too? Like, now you see it for everything. It just kills the flow of
momentum.
The game.
The momentum.
Yeah. Flags have always been prevalent. They've always been. You got to deal with flags, but you do have the most undisciplined, unruly group of humans we've ever seen too. So like. And then you have the most enabled soft coaching that we've ever seen too. So you're compiling all that together. Like back in the day, we didn't allow that shit. Now you're allowing it. And you're seeing the most penalties. Alabama's having fucking 15 penalties. That's something you haven't seen with Saban. So, I don't know, dude. It's interesting. Hold on 1 second. I'm just feeding my dogs. It's interesting.
I think it was like I'm bringing that up because like, like I wait all day for a game to start, wait all fucking day, and the game finally kicks off, and off the rip, 3 fucking flags kills the momentum of the offense. I'm like, holy shit! Like can I enjoy this fucking game?
That is an issue, but that could be something we talked about the other day, dog. It could be having to do with the betting shit. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Like, how many bets you think are won or lost on a penalty that a touchdown wins a guy $1 million and they call it back? And then,
Coach, not even like, it's insane. It not even betting a flag changes the whole fucking game. Yep. You get like more chances at you fail, you get a flag, you get another fucking chance to score.
Yep. How many flags of a roughing the passer or the pass interference or you chop blocked or whatever and you get another try at it? Coach broke that down the other day. Back then, they didn't get another chance. These days, the quarterbacks get another fucking play. over a soft ass flag. What are we doing?
It's sometimes it's not even just another play. You get a fresh set of downs,
Momentum.
to
Falcons
restart
ripped our heart
what
out, dog.
what
We
you've
had
been
that
doing.
win.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I don't know. It's the softest shit I've ever seen. I don't look forward to watching football no more like I once did. It's so bad.
Not even with $1 million on the line.
No, because you're not going to win unless you're this fucking math major. You got to be a math major, dog.
Not many hustlers out there, Coach. A lot of math fucking majors these days.
That is true, Coach.
It's all fucking math majors.
Well, man, this has been a great show, man. Capo, Coach JB, I appreciate y'all, man. Any last words before we get out of here, man? I'm feeling super great off this slap dig whiskey. We've covered everything from UFC 280 to Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Dante Culpepper, NFL Today. Great show, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. Thank you for having me on, Wydoe.
Hey, it's you know why I'm still on, right?
Why is that, Coach?
Because I live where humans live. It's not even fucking dark yet. It's already fucking midnight where you are. It's like 7 o'clock here. Like, I'm not even fucking started my night yet.
11 o'clock here, Coach. Coach still got hoes pulling up at the crib. You know, it's still early for him, but
What
it's
time
11
is it?
o'clock here. 10:56 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, my God. Your life is over for the day.
Night's just getting started, Coach.
You can fly here, and you can save your life.
I can fly there. I can save my life, but I'll pay double in gas prices, Coach. What's the gas prices over there in Cali right now?
They're like $7.
God damn.
$7? I got a Hemi, Coach. Fuck that.
God damn.
When's the last time the Maserati hit the road, Coach? Keep it real.
That's how big boys roll.
Coach says everyone talks shit about Cali. You can't afford it. Might be true.
Hey, dog. Bottom line is, sounds like a you problem to me.
Sounds like a you problem to me, man. I've been to Cali a few times, man. But the traffic, Coach. You don't mind the traffic at all?
I love it. Made my dick hard. Hey, when you live in other places and then you're like, fuck, I thought I'd never miss traffic. I miss traffic like a motherfucker in Kansas.
Coach, you gonna come out to the East Coast and watch your boy Jermaine Johnson play?
Man, I don't know. Maybe. Hey, what do you see in traffic?
So Miami to me is a 2-hour trip, right? And that's about over 100 miles almost. Okay. In California, I can go 10 miles, Capo. 12 miles, an hour and a half. Just off the traffic.
Maybe not even that.
That's a problem, Coach JB.
It's a good problem. What do you see in traffic?
A lot of bitches, a lot of cool cars, a lot of motivation. I see where you're going here.
Motivation. Bitches.
Coach is also ripping a stogie in the whip, too, so he's chilling.
He's in the Mozzie.
Money is in traffic.
Now, Coach, in Cali, do you turn your car off when you're in traffic? Is that a cheat code? Do you turn your car off?
Hell no, that's a dumbass. Whoever thinks that saves gas is a fucking idiot. It actually burns more gas to start your car and shut it back off.
Hey, we're learning shit here on this Wydoe podcast. Okay, Mopar, Jeremiah, I know you say you got the Hemi too, big dog. God damn. Gas at a all-time high, Coach.
Hey,
when's the last time the Mozzie hit the road?
Today. But the thing is, I drive the truck more now just because I roll with the dogs and shit. And that motherfucker's gas guzzler, Cadillac.
What
But
about you, Capo, man? How you driving out there, man? What's gas looking like for you over there? dog?
Uber, baby. Uber everywhere. I don't fucking drive.
I got to be behind the wheel, coach. I don't know about you. I don't trust nobody else.
I love driving. I love driving. It's just I don't need to drive anywhere, so
you
I
wouldn't
gotta
catch
whip.
me in a motherfucking Uber.
And there's laws, okay?
everything
I've
is
learned
super
from Coach JB.
convenient.
Okay, you got to know how to park behind somebody. You can't just pull up on somebody without room to get out of there. If you got to get out of there in traffic, there's
That's
rules.
good. That's rule number one, dog. That's shit that the Army learned from us.
Come on now, Coach. Before we get out of here, I got to ask you, as a Florida boy representing, okay, we're a big donk community out here. Okay, we got the nice low riders with the big rims, no hydraulics. Are you a big fan of the hydraulic shit out there on the West Coast?
I mean, that's what we grew up on. We grew up on low lows and switches. That's what we started. We started that shit.
Bouncing that motherfucker, Capo, like, bah, bah.
Hey, hitting the Shaw on a Sunday after Venice Beach, man, shit. Motherfucker, I bet you money if you grew up in that shit, you wouldn't be where you are right now. You'd be here.
Coach, what you whipping up over there?
Man, some Mexican shit.
Nice.
What is
Something with a T. It start with a T. I know that.
What is this shit called?
Something with a T, dog.
Tatiara? Lucy knows.
5.7, Jeremiah. Me too. That's what I got, dog. Big challenger, RT. Shout out.
Capo, this shit right here is fire.
Ajin?
He got
Yeah.
the matadas and duramatadas.
This is chili lime flavored sunrise spice. Chili peppers, lime flavored sea salt.
Yeah, nice.
And then you put
Anytime I'm out, I'm fucking and I see mezcal on the cocktail menu, I'm fucking ripping mezcal, coach. That shit is money. I prefer it over whiskey. Mezcal, that smoky taste is money.
Let me just wait about 3 minutes. I'm gonna hip you to some smoky taste shit right now. Watch this.
Come on now. Free game here. And everybody, if you in California, man, if you in the area, pop out tomorrow to meet Coach JB at the meet and greet at the official Slapdick cigar release. Come on now.
Oh yeah, and bring your resume too, because coach is looking for interns.
Fucking resume, dog, before you try to speak something.
Yeah, better have your resume just to talk to me around this mother.
That's it.
Yeah, bro. A fucking resume nowadays. Come on, guy. You go outside?
Every day's an interview too, coach.
Every day's an interview, dog. Watch this shit. I'm a. God damn it, Ash. Come on. Bubbling up over here. All right, let me get this in a little. Let's see. Can you see the drink?
Oh, we see it. Crystal clear.
Watch this shit right here,
The
dog.
fancy shit up top. God damn, coach.
Watch this shit right here. So this thing right here, this little cap right here, right? See this?
Yep.
So you put it in this little thing right here, this little wood mechanism. And then I got me some little flavored different things. This is some wood, oak wood right here. And I got a little cherry flavor in it. I'm gonna open this oak wood up. And it's all chips. All right. I'm gonna pour these chips up in this little canister I showed you. You about to see some shit right here go down.
Free game here.
Yeah, Hector talking about that smoky shit. Watch this shit. You'll never do that again. So then you take this wood thing and you throw it on top of the glass. All right. Can you see this?
Yep.
Take your torch. And now I'm gonna light this bitch right here. Watch the smoke go in that glass.
Woo! Woo!
Now, let that bitch smoke up. Voila.
Voila.
Hit that bitch.
Come on now, coach.
Ooh, shit.
Cheers
How are
to that,
you?
man.
That shit's on your Moscow or whatever the fuck that shit is.
How are you not packing a fucking hammer after that?
Huh?
How are you not packing a fucking hammer after that? Some Copenhagen.
What's that mean?
Like a hammer, a fucking chaw. Copenhagen.
Big old dip. Nah.
Man, I miss Coke, man. I miss Coke. I don't know. I'm going to
Now, coach, is the smoke just for looks or does it actually do something to the drink?
Oh, no, that motherfucker's a whole nother flavor.
I saw someone using.
Oh, no, the smoke is still right there under the ice. The smoke's still in there.
I saw someone the other day smoking a old fashioned with acorn.
My bad. What is it?
I saw someone smoking old fashioned with acorn.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just did. So it's kind of what I did, but you can do it with old fashioned. You do a whiskey. This is with a tequila. This is tequila, lime, and ginger ale right here.
That's just probably so good to learn. If you have a fucking chick over and you hit her and she sees you doing some shit like that, god damn, game over.
Come on now. I'm straight off the rocks, slap dick whiskey, straight up off the rocks. But JB just put us on some of the game, okay? I mean,
hey, if you throw that smoke over that slapstick whiskey, if you had that right there and blow that smoke in that whiskey, it's a whole nother deal. And I got like 4 different flavors of that chip. I got cherry, I got apple, I got oak wood, I got hickory. You could also smoke meat doing what I just did. I could smoke meat with that too.
Did you discontinue the slapdick?
Man, I got
bought out.
I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm supposed to make it this week. I forgot. I've been so busy, but yeah, I'm going with it. I'm gonna change the name.
You made the announcement.
Did I?
Yeah, that's how I know about it.
I haven't really publicly like social media wise. I'm gonna make the announcement, but I'm gonna make the announcement. But yeah, I got a new distillery and everything, and we're rocking with I got a bigger brand name. I got a bigger company out in West Virginia. And
only the real.
I got a bigger company, and I'm going to roll with that because they got bigger distribution. So now I'm going to rebrand the name, though. So you're hearing it first time live right here. I'm going to rename the brand. I don't know yet what I'm naming it. That's the holdup. So I don't know what I'm going to name it. I'm thinking maybe Coach's Blend, Coach's Stock. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about what I'm going to call it. But I'm going to call it something. Slapdick just is so – we're in such a soft era. I tried to keep on to it as long as I could, but we're so soft that people just won't fuck with you with a certain name. That's why I think the podcast is blown up a little bit. I think so many other things because fucking so soft with the you can't Slapdick. It fucked up the algorithm. I found out it did all kind of shit, dog. It's crazy.
It's the modern word, coach. You gotta adapt, or follow along. So
adapt.
That's the thing. That's the thing too. You know, like
adapt or
you kind of have to adapt. They got a fucking gun to your head.
Yep, I hate that too, man. I hate that I hate that I have to do that shit. It's fucked up. It really is, but
it's only right, man. And I appreciate anybody that's tuned in tonight live, anybody that tuned in watching forward. I'm a little saucy at this point. Okay, Slapdick whiskey certified. Okay, I'm feeling great. Capo in here, Coach JB. I appreciate y'all, man. Any last words before I wrap up this episode 27?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. A little echo, Coach.
Yeah, I turned the speaker on because I'm getting in my jacuzzi, dog. I got a long day tomorrow. I got to fucking get this. I'm old.
You deserve it,
And I
Coach.
might have a bitch coming over. I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying?
You deserve it, Coach. And I appreciate anybody tuning in, man. We run up at 3 hours. Any last words, Coach JB? Capo, before we get out of here.
Short, fast, skinny, and tall.
Fuck them all.
Fuck them all. No. No, man. Great day to have a great fucking day. Shit, this is hot as a motherfucking firecracker.
Yeah, Wydoe,
Hey, I got
thanks
it.
for having me on, man. Coach, good luck tomorrow. You're gonna kill it. But yeah, enjoy this, man. This is sick. Late night shit. I fuck with it.
All right.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I wish you guys were here, man. It'd be cool tomorrow.
And anybody that's in California or in the area, please tune in. Please go to the meet and greet to meet Coach JB, the real Coach Jason Brown, at the Slap This Certified official launch party.
High times, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, high times, 3 to 8 p.m. I'll be there, SoCal, representing. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys, dog. Be safe.
Always,
Yes, sir.
Coach, man.
Thanks,
I
Coach.
appreciate y'all, man. We're going to
Thanks,
get out of
Wydoe.
here.
All right.
That's JB. That's Hector, man. Capo. It's your boy Wydoe. I appreciate anybody tuning in to the official Wydoe podcast, episode 27. Breaking down UFC 280. Getting a little saucy with my dog, Coach JB, with my dog, Hector. I'm going to get Capo in here one more time, man. Capo, man.
Yo, I enjoy that, brother. Thanks for having me on, man. And thanks for everyone that tuned in, man. 3 fucking hours, 10 minutes, man. That was sick. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. Good luck tomorrow with everyone's bets. And the fucking marathon continues, man. Wydoe, you want to do this again, man? Hit me up. You got my fucking number, man.
Absolutely.
I enjoy
Every
this,
fight
man.
card, we're going to have to get it, bro. We're going to have to check the records now. We're going to have to check the records tomorrow after the fight. 2 p.m. main card. Capo.
Dude, early start tomorrow, man. Fucking the marathon continues, man. Cheers, man. Have a good rest of your night. Everyone in the chat, cheers.
It's all love, bro. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir.
Hec.
Thank you, Wydoe.
All love, dog. That's Capo. That's your boy Wydoe. I appreciate anybody in the chat. Brad, Jeremiah, Rockhead, JW, Joe Accord. It's all love, family. If you like the show, I'm a little drunk at this point. I apologize. Please subscribe to the show. If I can get better on anything, please let me know in the comments. Reach out to your boy, Wydoe, on everything, Instagram, YouTube. It's your boy. I appreciate y'all, man. Whew. Till next time. Great fights tomorrow. Let's tune in. We'll see how we do. I love y'all, man. Have a great night.
Wide. I think so.
I
That's
think
what he said.
WHUDO.
Wide.
Oh, and I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if I finally found a freak. Cause I'm rolling while I drink. I hope that I can get your number and your name. I'm rolling backwards with a bottle of Bombay, and I might let the liquor speak just to see if
Thank you, Wydoe.
if I finally found a